I don't even know what this
He
song
won the
is.
Switch. On that note,
I've never been so appalled.
truffle butter. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Yo, that was crazy.
Turned the wrong knob. My bad.
That
guys.
was
My
crazy.
bad.
Whoa. That's
My
an insane
bad.
intro. That is crazy.
Well, we know it's going to be on the Patreon exclusive.
Bro.
Wow. Welcome to Wisdom Mindset, where we explore everything, and we do mean everything. What up, though?
What's up?
Get your cup,
Fill it up.
because you already know what's up. We gonna go ahead and jump right into the mental health check-in, because clearly I'm feeling good enough to switch, all right? It's like, nah, I'm like...
I don't know why I just felt like you touched me was dirty. Why you touching me?
Listen, y'all already know the vibes. We do this every single episode. Drop us the color hearts in the comments for the way you are feeling today. So we're going to start off with our very infamous purple heart in the comment section. If you are feeling fine and divine, drop us a red heart in the comment section if you are feeling loved and in love. Drop us a blue heart in the comment section if you got an ice box where your heart used to be. And last and certainly not least, drop us a black heart in the comments if you need a hug, you need some love, you need prayer, you need something you are not getting at home, okay? We are your hood therapists. Help us help yourselves, fool. What up, though? How you feeling?
I'm feeling purple. And I'm also feeling an emoji. I just can't think of which one it is, but I'll get back to you on that.
Is it the purple emoji, eggplant, and the peach?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm just going to put like the fairy, like the sprinkle
Okay. I like fairy for you.
in that emoji with the head just going like this. I think
they
they mean they washing her hair, but to me, they just mean relax. Like,
yeah, I thought it was like a massage, like a, like relaxing.
Yeah,
like
that's how I
massage type of
feel.
thing. That's cool, too.
I'm cracking up.
I'm always feeling purple, feeling fine and divine. It's
Mhm.
within my spirit. It gives goddess gives me. We are each other. I am always feeling loved and in love. I ain't getting no love last night though, but
Yo. That man said not the hot seat though.
And yeah, you know, I ain't trying to jump off a bridge, so we good.
Oh,
How you feeling?
Trigger warning.
I'm feeling green as always. Mike wasn't hot. I'm feeling green as always. Green standing for today. Just appreciative, grateful for the life I built for myself, and excited about the future.
Oh damn, just you? I'm joking.
She not joking though. She joking, but she not.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking because he
I know.
always be like, when I say something and I say I, he be like we. So that's
me.
why I said that.
I swear that's me.
I'm crying. But yeah, that's great. We had an eventful, and I'm not saying had because it's still the weekend, but like we had
Right.
an eventful yesterday.
Sure did.
Very beautiful, celebrating our friend and her husband's birthday. You know how we feel about birthdays. We take them very seriously. We
Very much so.
really like to implement the love aspect of it because like it's the day you were born. It's the
Right.
day like you really get to celebrate you. And a lot of times as adults, you don't really have you time. You don't really have yourself
Right.
celebrated. So I feel like I take birthdays super serious because it's the one day of the year that should be about you no matter what.
Right.
So, and I'm glad that we got to do that for him. And,
Yeah.
you know,
I was
and it's still
happy.
up. It's up. I know he had a great time yesterday.
No, yo, he really did. Cause I was like, "Are you enjoying yourself?" He said, "No, I really did." He was like, "And I'm kind of just excited for tonight too." You know, he just wanted to be around some love. So
Yeah.
I guess this is the love that he got. He's also like appreciative of like the friend dynamics
Yeah.
because it's he has this thing where he never was interested in being cool with his girl's partner.
Yeah.
He just said it didn't
If
matter to
it's
me.
not organic, I understand. Like I
Yeah.
don't like that force shit, which is
So
I
it's
get
the
it.
fact that like the effort was really made to celebrate with him simply because you wanted to, not
Right,
because
not 'cause you
somebody
felt
made.
obligated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's the friendships that he built. Cause like even him coming over my house after the fact, it's like yo, this really my boy. Like we really in here chopping it up. I'm upstairs in my room, you here, so it's like a they're there.
Yeah.
So I like that for him. Like
they had bro time.
Right. I heard him upstairs. I'm like, y'all hype as shit listening to that damn verses.
Oh yeah. That was a that was my favorite part of the night. Like when we got to just like listen, like we just was playing music, and I could tell like their background in music. And I was playing because he notoriously doesn't like Drake. But I'm like, have you heard this? He said, no, I ain't hear this. Have you heard this? I'm like,
I think his voice just irritates him, if I'm being honest.
He was feeling it yesterday. But some older Drake is like, Drake has a very long career. And
right.
If you only got on when you got to You the Best I Ever Had, when it's commercialized, and not here when Wayne first got together, and they was just going crazy.
Right.
Like, song is just like, fuck a chorus. We gonna rap until I run out of breath, and then Wayne gonna hop in here and go crazy for the next 5 minutes.
True.
It's that kind. And we got into some Wayne. We got into some good music. It was a good time after the fact, even though somebody cussed me out for going back out.
I didn't cuss you out for going back out. I cussed you out for not giving me dick before you went back out.
Bro, when I tell you, we literally sat on the couch. And he was like, yeah, he ain't coming back. So he gonna be in.
He fucking ran out the house.
No, as soon as he said that, he was like, hey, ho, he sent up on side. I said, what? I said, well, maybe he gave her dick before he left.
No, absolutely not.
We were rooting for you, Jay. We were all rooting for you. It's like, no.
He knew he didn't on purpose.
Or a sex crazy maniac.
I wouldn't have went back out.
That's what I'm saying. He did on purpose because he wouldn't have came back out.
And it was the fact that like I didn't want to go and see my kid too, because I knew he was upset earlier when I left. So I just was like, let me get in, get out, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay for like 2 hours, and that's exactly what I did. And she was sleep to the world when I got in.
Knock the fuck out.
Same.
Knock the fuck, dog. We got to bed. I was like, first of all, I don't even I don't let him eat Doritos. I ain't give a fuck last night. He was fucking them.
I was about to say, he knew them Jones was from the Leem shit.
He was fucking up the Doritos up. He was just sitting there. I literally laid down. He had the iPad in front of him. He had the Doritos on the side of him.
And snacking and watching.
He had his other hand around me. I was done. I was knocked the fuck out. Like, yeah, you sit right here.
Those be the best naps, yo. Those be the best naps. It's like I'm giving you some
He put himself to sleep. Like, when I woke up and the fucking iPad was closed, like, I was just like, oh, great. Love that for you.
Really?
Not tonight.
I'm screaming. Quite eventful. Tonight is going to be eventful because we're bringing out the board game. Yeah. So I love that for us.
I absolutely love that. Yeah. It's up and it's stuck. How you feeling?
All right.
I said, how you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, I feel like we should start with Jonathan Majors. React.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So
That was easy.
let's just do this, right? First of all, if I was a manager, I would hire Jonathan Majors in a second, because all of this shit is crazy. And that, like, I just thought of, that's so crazy that I just thought of like 7 different segue topics, but I'm gonna stay on brand here.
Hey, yo, okay, please.
I'm gonna stay on brand here, but honestly and truly, the simple fact that he was even dropped, let alone still being crucified for something,
accusations,
for something that has not even been proven. Matter of fact, and there's actually more evidence against what's happening right now, is insane to me. And it's just like, it really is so sad. And people are saying, like, you can't make everything about race. It's not about him being a black person or being who he is and him trying to buy this. Like, it's not about none of that. It's because he literally did this and they have proof. This man was not a target until... Listen, y'all already know what we do. Every so often, we have a beautiful guest come in and grace us, and we got the biggest fashionista, the biggest of 94. I mean, introduce yourself. Tell the people where they can find you at. Give us your Instagram handles or wherever you located. Let them know who you are.
Ooh, I'm shy now.
Get the fuck Get the fuck Shy don't even go in the same sentence with you, baby girl.
You're insane.
Wait, what y'all say do again?
Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm a Lima. Or do I look at you guys right?
Don't matter.
Okay.
Well, if you want to introduce yourself to the camera, you can
Well,
look at the
yeah.
camera. But then when we
Which
just have
camera? Okay, guys, I'm a Lima. I
They can find you at
Alima on Instagram. ALEE 3 H's.
Hood
MAH.
Classics.
In the Hood Classics. Well, can y'all put my @ name when that comes up?
we do.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. We can just take to it. All right.
Let's
Are you
just
ready?
do a take two.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
That should have been rolling when I walked in.
Hey, yo.
She got some.
She is
fucking
really
nerve.
fucking annoying.
She
yo.
got some.
Come on, y'all
fucking
talking about
nerve.
introduce myself. Okay, my name is Alima. Where they can find me on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Start now.
Yeah.
I should have been here at 12, so this would have been over. Okay.
Not
Yo,
wrong.
let's go.
All right. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Alima. You guys can find me on Instagram at Alima ALEEMAH 3 H's and also the Hood Classics. Hood Classics. Sorry, y'all.
I love that. So, can you explain to us what the Hood Classics is?
The Hood Classics is basically like the Hood Classics. Everything that they had going on in like the 80s and the 90s, like that's what I represent. Like I don't like this new generation, so I had to take it all the way back. So that's basically what I really highlight.
She said, screw my own generation. I need the
She said,
one before
"Fuck
me,
them."
too.
She said, "I'm with my mama now."
No, seriously.
What made you even decide to do that, though?
It's like a whole like ripple effect. So it all started with like a Lima Jones project. Then it started with like Who Am I campaign. And during the Who Am I campaign, I felt like there was like a self-discovery journey. So that's when I birthed like the Hood Classics. And then my final birth, well, I'm not going to say final. My next birth will be like the projects, like everything I represent and what I really want to put out to the world and everything else.
Okay.
So
Yes, I'm wearing some of the Hood Classics on my ears.
Big
I got my
yes.
nameplate earrings
and I have it on my neck.
Big
Oh,
and on
am
your
I-
head.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I'm crying.
I be forgetting.
It's
I'm
giving
really
you are
big.
your own brand.
I really am big out here.
Freaking up.
But I think that's a really great way to segue into our first topic about individuality.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bree, do you want to kind of get more into that?
Yeah, like I feel like when it comes to being an individual, it really is subjective to who the person is. Like she said, she hate these motherfuckers now because I'll be looking at everybody like scratching my head because nobody is an individual anymore. I feel like back then when we were younger, everybody kind of like we had certain styles you could piggyback off of, like the collar shirts with the camis on top and stuff like
Ooh,
that.
layer look was
But
fire at
we
that
literally,
time.
you can
At
all,
that time.
yeah, but you can make it your own. Like you can do things like Bermuda shorts with the high socks or the one.
Gauchos.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
was really a thing. My mom never let me wear those.
That's
Hey
crazy.
yo.
She never let me wear those.
Even the one, like the one feather earring in
And
the
the
ear.
little-
But it's like a
Yes.
I feel
individuality.
like that can come back though.
Yeah.
That was like a
For
real
sure.
decent thing.
I feel like individuality really is subjective, but I feel like too many people nowadays don't know how to be an individual when it comes to personality, what they wear, how they just live life. And it's hard to bring somebody up in this generation and be like, oh, be yourself when nobody is being themselves and you're watching these people that you admire be somebody else. So alternately, you're going to be like somebody else.
Yeah. What does individuality mean to you?
Being myself.
Okay.
Like I don't want to be in any room that I have to downplay who I really am. Like
Agreed.
if I can't walk in here and
Like
be how
this?
I am, I don't
Don't
fucking
invite
want to
me.
go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. And then I hate when people try to shrink me like, oh, like calm down, or before I come to an event, they try to like prep me. Okay, if you have to prep me, I'm not
I'm
coming.
not coming, yeah.
Yeah, because bitch, who you think you with? Can we
Yeah.
curse here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but seriously, if I feel like I have to like become a whole different individual for me to come walk in a room, I'm not coming.
Right.
And then I feel like my intuition tells me like if I belong in a room too before I even go into it. And I always like be like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go. I'm not gonna do that.
I agree. I feel like even when you asked the question before coming here, it's just like, for me personally, I feel like anybody who I invite to a particular space doesn't have to worry about feeling those types of ways because, like, look at me. How the fuck I'ma judge you for who you being you? Like, have you met me?
Wow.
Like, or, you know, it's just like, I don't want people to ever feel uncomfortable because I feel like that's a big part in you being able to be comfortable and be yourself. Like you said, when you got here, you was first nervous, but you flow right in. So it's just like, being in a space that you actually feel comfortable, but I feel like it says something to be comfortable in a space, like being around people that you actually can vibe with and you don't have to change up who you are. Like, you don't have to code switch. Like, because a lot of people do that in, like, their jobs or in a place that they feel like they need to present a certain different person to get what they need. But, like, when you're in these spaces, you're in this space to be who you are. Like, if I have to code switch, like, I'm not
just
coming.
not that.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I said it's just not that type of party. I hate that. And then I feel like this generation, like, just in, like, the millennials, like, all, like, am I a millennial?
We a millennial.
I'm really not. I grew
The
up.
Z. I think are they Z's or
Generation
X's?
X or something.
It's something like that.
Yes,
That's
I feel like they
Gen
are
Z
going to.
is Gen Z.
Yeah,
Gen
I
Z,
feel like they're going to be so broken. Like, they can't handle nothing that comes towards them. Like, and then their followers, they're real bad followers. So if they see everybody wearing a specific brand, they're going to rock it.
This
Everybody
is a real trendy generation.
It's very trendy. So, and then if you don't have it, you basically get bullied for it, and it's just like, damn. So now this little motherfucker want to kill himself because he can't keep up. But it's just like, everybody, half of the time, their moms is breaking their back for them to basically survive, and you want to keep up with the next person. It be real bad out here.
Yeah, I feel like humbleness. It's crazy because I don't know why I just thought about it. Like, that little black boy that went viral for just speaking positivity. Like, his mom.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And it's crazy.
He sound like Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was going off.
And he was. I think it was something about his shoes. He didn't have the latest shoes, and he basically told, like, I guess the bullies that. Basically some real political answer for a kid, but the world kind of went up in shambles, like, oh my God, they're so respectful. And I'm just like, that should be fucking normal. Why aren't we applauding that? Like, not trying to say it like that, but it's like if my mom bought me something and I had to wear it and I didn't like it, I'm not going.
Yeah, but half of the time you have to, Brianna, keep it a bean. You had to wear it.
I had to wear it. Except for that, except for Kamara Sweet 16, my mom tried to make me wear slacks and loafers.
Oh, that's insane to wear to a Sweet 16. I hate to talk about this because why would you do that?
No, yo, I looked at my mom. She had me in rainbow.
It's very irregular, so we really had to wear. Like, if our parents said we had to wear it, we had to wear it. I feel like this generation really feel like they can pick and choose what to tell their mom. No, it's a respect thing. They can, because like, it's normalized now. It's normalized now. Like, even working like in a system, these kids are wow. And it's actually scary because it's like, yo, how y'all gonna end up?
I feel completely indifferent about that. Especially raising a young black boy in this generation. I feel like in the way the world is going, I'm not raising a yes man. I'm not raising somebody who's going to conform to society standards. At the end of the day, my son is allowed to ask me questions. My son is allowed to say why if I tell him to do something. Because I want you to ask these questions to the world. I'm not setting you up to be somebody saying you got to do something, you got to do it. Fuck them. What I got to do it for? Tell me why. Tell me why is this benefiting me?
All right. So I think we had this conversation before, and I think I said, because I'm trying to think about it. That's absolutely fine. And I don't disagree with you when it comes to that. When I say that in particular, I'll say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's a respect
But the message is still the message regardless.
No, I get what you're
the
saying.
Message, but it's all about the delivery every time.
Yeah.
But how long do y'all think it takes to learn that type of respect, though? Like, because some parents enforce it from as soon as they come in.
No, I was about to say, I feel like it starts at home.
You got to teach it, though.
But I mean, like, for your kid to actually physically understand the concept of respect. Because a lot of times they're just being a kid. And I feel like we heavily punish our kids from as black people at a young age to conform into whatever we want them to be as a kid. Like, you got to be good. You got to be quiet when I want you to be. True. You got to stay still when I want you to stay still. And how is that possible when I'm still learning what these things mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, how long do you think it takes for a kid to learn the full concept of respect?
I honestly don't think it's okay.
The same amount of time it take the parent, because that's what I'm saying. You can't raise your kid in a dictatorship and expect them to be able to navigate things you never taught them.
Yeah, that you never taught them.
No. When I said it, I'm thinking of if I say something to my child and she'll be like, "What, mommy?" Because she does that now. what, mommy? And I'll be like,
Where
hey.
did she learn what, mommy, from? Though?
From me.
Exactly.
But listen, I'll be like.
It's taught.
But
Exactly.
listen, yeah. But what I said was I started correcting it, like, don't say what to mommy, but then I stopped saying what to her every time she asked me. But even how she responds to me sometimes, I'll say something and she'll immediately change how she says it, because it's not what you saying to me. It's not that you're questioning me, but watch how you saying it to me, because like it's a form of respect. You give respect to, like, you give it.
Yeah.
Give it, get it.
Yeah,
Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Give it to get it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you gotta understand it first.
But I feel like, I understand that, but I feel like it happens in the household too, because you can, just like you teach your child how to do like certain things, eat with certain utensils, learn letters and stuff. I feel like respect can be taught in the same exact manner, but it comes to the parent wanting to go that route or just wanting them to do it organically. Yeah. Me, I'm the parent that just wants to teach my child respect. So my daughter will automatically say, please and thank you. But even when we're out and if somebody says hi to her, she'll look at me, and if I like smile or something, she'll say hi back. Yeah. She'll be like, hi, how are you? She's like, I'm doing good, thank you. She knows those basic things because that's just something that we've just practiced. I wake her up. Hi, how'd you sleep? How are you today? I'm good, mommy. Thank you. How are you? Oh, good. I'm good. Okay. And we go about our day, child. But I'm saying like that's learned.
That's like, yeah, that is like learned. But it's just like, how can you expect the kid to have respect if the parent never was taught the respect?
Or if the parent don't give respect, period.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you have parents that like completely violates their children. It's just like, you just made them feel like the scum of the earth, and then you expect them to go outside smiling.
Like, no,
that's hurtful.
And then, like, and then I was talking with somebody like prioritizing children mental health. Like, as I got older, like, that's a real thing.
That's a big one.
Yo, I'm like, yo, there is no way in the world that we don't we didn't prioritize it back in the day. Like, now I feel like the generation is so crazy. So of course it's just like, okay, if you feel like school is too much for you, yes, you need a break. You can stay home. But back in the day, that wasn't a normal
option. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that.
But
I
also feel like these schools are like, they don't have teachers. They don't have anybody to really step in. They don't have the parents to come assist, because even I saw on the news before, like Upper Darby was like pleading for the parents to come and help. Like, we can't control these kids no more. So it's just like I feel like
it
kids
should be a
fighting
team effort, and it's
not. And I feel like kids really be fighting bigger demons than we even know, and we try to say like, oh my God, they can't be that stressed
like
out.
Age
what?
means anything
This
when it
new
comes
generation,
to
their standards are so
if
high.
You put yourself in the shoes of those kids at the age that you were, because just like you said that, I remember when I went from private school to public school, and for like the first 3 months,
was crazy.
It was, and for the first 3 months, I would go to the nurse's office every single day because my stomach hurt. And it wasn't until I became an adult that I realized it was anxiety. And my mom would just be like, I'm not coming to get you again.
Yeah, you better stay there.
But to me, I wasn't vocalizing a mental thing or anything. I was just saying my stomach hurt.
Also,
exactly. So if I'm just saying
like
my stomach hurt, I was also a hypochondriac. But that doesn't matter. If I'm saying my stomach hurt every day.
Was you a hypochondriac, or were you actually like?
No, she probably Brianna was very dramatic as a child. It was very, very
she
terrible.
is still very dramatic, but both can exist though.
It was like real bad. Like, I won't even bring up that nut ass situation.
Shut
but
up.
Like, Brianna is like super duper dramatic. So I really believe it probably really was anxiety. Like,
no, that was anxiety at that time. But my mom probably thought like, bro, you don't want to go to school because you always complaining. Cause you put me in this ghetto ass school.
But I'm happy now that we are basically prioritizing the mental health in children, because now I feel like the suicide rate would be crazy through the roof.
It is crazy.
It is, but I feel like it would be even worse. Like, if we didn't have parents, like our generation, like really raising kids up and stuff like that. I feel like this whole world would literally crumble. These kids, they think after one incident, they just ready to die. Bro, you're going to be a grown woman. You going to hit.
It's given 2008 crisis. Because some people
also having access, like you said earlier, this is a very influential generation.
Well, yeah.
And now there are so many things that they have access to that we didn't. Even when it comes down to like being bullied in school, how like if that happened in our time, it wasn't recorded and put on social media.
Right.
That
it's just a word by mouth type of thing.
Yeah.
And
like
got footage.
At worst, you might have had to worry about some crazy shit ending up on World Star, but it had to be crazy enough to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like back then, that's when YouTube was kind of popping, when people started uploading their own videos and stuff like that. But nobody had the access to the type of media that we had, that the kids have access to now. So it's like, imagine yourself being 13 years old today and enduring the shit that they endure and having the access to the streams that they have access to. It's completely different. So I'll be like, don't count these kids out. Like, you got these kids that are like significantly weaker, but you got the kids that's actually going to make it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the ones that you feel like might be a little wild. Oh, them kids, when they get up, they getting up. Because they already showed you that they not taking no bullshit from nobody. They don't give a fuck who you are, where you came from, how old you are. If I want something done, I'm getting it done this way. I don't give a fuck what you said. And honestly and truly, we need more people like that in this world. Because we got too many people that's conforming to the standards that's already set.
Yeah, but we also have the youth that's like, all right, like, I'm gonna be the biggest in the neighborhood drug dealer and just wilding.
And that's the crazy part. That's your goal. That's crazy.
You literally
that's a goal now.
Yeah, like, I want to catch a body. You have that, and I feel like it's so sad. It's no redirection in the streets, and it's so sad because
it is different out in the streets too, now though.
It's super duper
like,
different.
It used to be no moms, no kids, no women.
Yeah,
no,
now everybody's dying.
But also, a lot of the women is also responsible for a lot of shit too. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's real different. It's real different outside.
I don't know if like I got off the steps late, but I just feel like women weren't as messy as they was back in the day.
Oh, no, they super was.
Now.
No, they super was.
But
it was
dangerous.
It was it was different, and the location was different too, because it was a known particular area or areas.
Hey, yo.
I'm not gonna go there, but it was particular sections of Philadelphia. And that's we all knew.
But take everything y'all just said about mental health and social media and cope that with a city that's just in flames from the whole BLM thing, because our police office pretty much said, all right, cool, and we gonna let y'all do this. Y'all want to riot? Y'all want to attack us? Y'all want to say defund us? The city police backed off. People quit their jobs. Now we give them $1,200.
That's crazy.
Nothing but our police department resell our guns back on the street. So whatever gun happen, it come right back out.
So you get it clean.
Right, exactly.
Now add in the mental health of being abused online, or now you got like fake because of the music. Sometimes you got people wanting to ally themselves in a gang mentality.
Did you guys ever hear about that? A lady basically tried to come up with a law to ban rap music before, but I completely understand it now, because that drill music is crazy.
But it's a different sector of that type of music.
Because it's just like drill. They talk about killing, doing this, and all that
other
other
what
stuff.
That meant.
Drill music?
Yes.
Yes.
And
they
that
really
is
be
insane.
violating them drill songs.
To your point, let's say, because a lot of people were fans, RIP, gosh, this is crazy.
Well, if you gonna
that sentence started off crazy.
I'm about to say, you gonna bring up Vine. You might gotta bring up that serial killer doc they got on him right now.
All right,
yeah, I didn't watch it. I heard about it.
I didn't watch it either. But my point in saying that is, a lot of people fuck with his music, and a lot of people fuck with him without even knowing who he was to the area that he was, that person. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes people do be putting a lot of cap in their rap, but a lot of shit that he rapped about, he was not lying about. Yeah. So it's just like, everybody's singing along.
You like, glorifying it. These people scared of it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really do got to be careful of even like the lyrics that you sing. Yeah. Because you could be in the club, and like, a lot of DJs don't really know. They just spinning what's hot, or like, the shit that hits the charts, because this is your job. Your job is to get the crowd jumping. So you outside and you in the club and you listening, and you like, but we not from 63rd. And then like, people in the club, you never know where they from. Yeah. And you gotta be careful, because it's like, oh yeah, where you from?
Yes, because oh my goodness, they could have been me multiple times. I'm like, we not about that. Like, happy outside.
I mean, but take it to the it's my shit though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because that song is just like a movie.
In the sense of like understanding the way music works, is like the same being from here. When people like listen to like Meek, when he's saying certain shit, it's just like, and people from other places, they rapping it, it's just like, y'all have no idea what the fuck he talking about.
Like, and we just happy because it's like a cool little bop, like, bop, bop, boom, boom, like.
But it's like, it's crazy. Like, music is very influential, and that's why I wasn't like the biggest fan of like a lot of, they have like the emo and like the suicide music and shit like that, where it's like Juice WRLD, RIP.
Triple X, RIP.
Triple X.
Like, and what about, ain't that, what is it, Billie Eilish?
Eilish.
Eilish.
Yeah.
She's kind of sad.
Yeah. Even
Like-
Amy Winehouse, if we taking it back to like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
But I love me some Amy.
I love
She
Amy
used
too,
to rip
but
it, but it was sad.
listening to
Yeah.
it with like adult ears and listening to it from a standpoint of somebody who has like dealt with certain shit like that is just
Yeah.
kind of like this was actually a cry for help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you
you're
need a
broken.
hug.
Like
This was
and
actually,
everybody
like,
think it's a bop. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, she really needed some type of help, and nobody
seen
And that
that
was her
shit.
therapy, getting it
Yeah.
onto
Exact-
CD.
so-
Yes.
So we are literally glorifying her crying on
in the
a-
studio.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy
going back
to
the
me.
point, that's why I don't feel like rap should be banned because no matter what way it is, music is an outlet for a lot of people. And I don't feel like should be any policing of artistry whatsoever.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
true.
tell me how to get my emotions out. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not killing nobody. Like indirectly, yes, because people get influenced. But it's honestly not my fault that people get
People taking it,
influenced
yeah.
from this type of
From
music.
what I'm saying.
You know what
and
I'm
that's
saying?
definitely true, but it's just like, well, I could definitely understand her standpoint because I feel like it's so many kids dying nowadays, and it's because they're followers.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
because they're followers.
For sure.
They're
But
doing
is
this
that
so they
the
can
artist's
fit in.
fault, or is it the fault of
it's not
somebody
the
not
artist's
catering
fault, but
to
it's
that?
just like something that they listen to. Then that, like, some kids are really so naive. It's just like, oh, this person did that. I'm getting back outside and I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
to prove my point, and thinking
Yeah.
they gonna get cool points from it. Whole time you're going to jail.
You know
I
what's
mean-
crazy? I think the reason why this is because I think that these kids are the figure it out era.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some odd reason, I really feel like their parents are like the figure it out. Like,
yeah, like
'Cause I
because they're
had to.
tired.
they're tired,
And they
especially if
old,
they
they're getting
can't-
older, so it's like a figure it out. And I'm like, that's the most detrimental thing to this
'Cause
generation.
this is a time where they need
Bro,
direction.
they need
help.
Don't tell me to
motivation.
figure it out. They need
Yeah.
help.
Well-
And then I also think the like the pandemic opened like so
That
many
did a lot of
eyes
damage mentally.
mentally. But I read something during the pandemic. It's like if you basically survive the pandemic, you can survive anything. And I really believe
No,
it,
that's
'cause
real shit.
I literally
Yeah.
felt like I was about to like lose my fucking mind in the house.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy,
I would
'cause I
like
felt the
just
complete
being me.
opposite. though.
Turn it on the TV and watching
They was losing
mass
their shit.
freaking burials over the course.
Oh my God.
Like
Yes.
turning on
That was
like
crazy. I
going
also
on
didn't watch
Facebook
it
and
like that,
stuff.
but-
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like turn on Facebook
But
and
like
stuff.
even Facebook, it would pop up and stuff like that. It was like so bad. It's
You
just like,
New York
yo.
and red zone, so it literally
It's-
like contagion in there. That
Yeah.
shit was really fucking scary when you really
Yeah.
think about
But
it.
that's
so
they
many
knew
people.
what they were doing, and that's why, like for me, I feel like it's a lot of this is propaganda, and you subject yourself to things when you allow yourself to see it. Like obviously, you can't control what pops up on your timeline, but you can control what you click play on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and
for
what
me,
you take in, so that's definitely
exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
algorithm,
I'm
be
not a
algorithming.
news watcher. When I see certain shit on my timeline, if it's like a certain outlet, I'll just unfollow the outlet completely, or I'll just scroll past it because like I know me and I know where I'm at in my mental state.
Yeah,
like I
right.
don't want to see that. I
Yeah.
don't need to see that.
Yeah.
I know where we're at right now.
Yeah.
That's not something that my eyes need to physically see.
Yeah.
So like when these things were happening for me, the pandemic was actually a very great time.
Oh, yeah.
It actually I think it brought us closer together because like he stayed home, like he you know.
Yeah.
2 weeks, they was like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it was just like all right, this really is the test, make or break
Yes.
for a relationship sometimes.
That
too.
is
It's
true.
like, you find out, do you really fuck with them or is it just something that you're doing right
Yeah,
now?
right.
Because like, we was really, like, that was the time that like, I found out we really was locked in. I was like,
I'm
damn, I
cracking
really
up.
do fuck with you. Like, you ain't get on my nerves for 2 weeks. Like, no, you know.
No,
like,
no, facts.
this
I mean,
was
it was a lot of growth.
2020,
We had a
okay?
lot of growth in a short period of time.
Yeah.
That kind of locked us in because, I mean, our relationship is not the
Typical
backstory of
anything,
we've been
yeah.
friends
This
or
shit
you've
is
been together
crazy.
forever, or we met a certain way. It's not that time,
Ooh,
so
you
we
guys
finally
have to
got
tell
that
me
time.
off camera, I wanna know.
I mean, we tell it on camera.
They
all the
tell it
time.
on camera.
We
bro.
do tell it
Book
up
coming
there.
soon, but
Yeah.
we try and make we didn't really have time to sit. Like life just was coming at us every time. Soon as we met, it was just life.
That shit was supposed to happen the way it happened.
Yeah, that
because like if it was up to
manifestation
me,
is real.
it is
It
so
really
real.
is.
It is so
It
real.
is.
But I feel like that goes back into the topic of individuality. I never not had to be who I was. Like I was always myself from the day he met me. I'm that same person. Like he knew what he was getting for face value. I never kept. It was never like, oh, I'm acting like this. Like it's no like, what's up? Yeah, because
Yeah.
this is we here.
This is
So
me.
yeah, what's
Yeah,
up?
so
Like
what
you
we about
either
to
you
do?
like it or you don't, and clearly he liked it. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, her only changes since then has been growth to me. It hasn't been
Yeah,
like
and
any
that's how it is.
regression or any different size or somebody gets you in and then they be
And they
like,
start really
Yeah.
showing
I'm
who
really
they
crazy
are.
as shit.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
no,
I
it
mean,
was
I
none
am a
of
little
that.
throw, but I
just
showed
all
that
like,
though.
And you
so
already
it's
showed that,
fine.
right?
like
It's
even this
fine.
being like her with friends and people that wasn't like when I met her, it was like I don't
No
want
new friends. Fuck these bitches.
Fuck Eric. She was like, I don't even want to do a baby shower for real, but we
No,
gotta
I
do
really
one.
did not want
I'm
to.
like, she's
I'm like,
at
I
our
don't
baby
even like
shower,
people.
stink face. There's 300 people there.
And I ain't give a fuck. I was like, don't touch me. Honestly, like, don't touch me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
She's
But
gotten
that's how
better.
it is. It's so crazy. Like when I think about it, I really always remember like one day in high school, I came home from school and then I'm like, I hope I never change. Like I'm so cool. Like, yo, it's like not being weird or like piping myself up. Like I'm like, yo,
But you are though.
I'm really a cool ass bitch. So I'm like, I hope I never lose this. Like, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yo,
Because life
like,
will change you.
yeah.
I'm glad
But-
you never changed,
But
though.
like, sin, I swear to God, at that moment, like, I feel like I just was ahead of my time. Because now that I look at it, it's just like, yo, I was praying not to lose myself that whole time until this day. I have
Never did
never
it.
lost myself. Like, no matter what I went through, it's just like, Alima, you gotta get back. Because at one point in time, you're happy. Well, not even your happiest self, but you was happy as shit. So
Yeah.
when you down bad, just know that you definitely can get back to that moment. Like, it's just crazy. I'm just like, yo, I remember that day in high school, but I don't know. I must have had a good ass day. I'm like, I hope I never become unfunny like with this Dickie and myself.
But no, I feel like
Like,
more people should be like that
literally.
because
Hyping yourself up.
Yeah.
it's a time and space
No,
where
because
people
literally-
don't like themselves because they don't even
Yes.
truly know who they
Yo,
are.
and I don't want to be around nobody that's confused and don't know who they are. Like, let's
Right.
keep
Because
it
don't
up.
feed off me. Don't start trying to be like
yeah,
me.
like,
now.
hold up.
No,
You ain't put that on
yeah.
before you met me.
Yeah.
I hate you.
No, dead ass. Like, I just want everybody to be their self. Like, if you
Yeah.
be yourself, like, you can really, like.
Everybody else is already
Everybody's
taken.
yeah,
You gotta be yourself.
And people
You
don't
can't
know
be
how to
nobody
be
else.
that. Like, if they like, I'm not being cocky. If they see me in the street, like, then they friend me up. And then it's like, next time I see you, you look like me, you acting like me. It's just like, yo, bro, you don't know who you are, so I can't even fuck with you on that level because you're gonna try to steal everything that I have, even if it comes down to my happiness. You gonna want it.
Hello?
Yes, and people don't be
Hello?
happy.
That's
They
a
don't
good
be
one right
happy.
A
there.
good quote from my guy Drake. He said, "If all I see is me, then who should I be afraid of?" Okay.
Yeah,
Don't
it
play with
is.
it.
Yeah.
Don't play with it. I'm
It
saying
is.
like,
Quote.
don't
It
play.
be
You know that's
real.
my guy.
It's bad
Yeah.
out here though, cause like you would think just like when I was younger, I used to be like, okay, grown ups is grown ups, like. You know, they let themselves. No, these
They
bitches
don't. They
are
be
broken.
raised.
They
Yeah.
settle
Yes.
for less all the time.
Oh my God, the settle for less part.
Listen, settle for less all the motherfucking time, and then they be so insecure. How you insecure if you supposed to walk out the house every time and know you that bitch?
Hello?
It's crazy.
It is. It's insane. That's a real. That's a real bad drill. No, that's a
Yeah.
bad vibe. Because like speaking, especially on the settle for less part, I feel like a lot of times those two go hand in hand. When you settle for less, it's 9 times out of 10 because you don't even know yourself. That means you don't know
Yeah.
what you're worth. So you're literally
that's
accepting
definitely true.
all of these things because like you don't have a standard to reach
Yeah.
because you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't even fucking
like, yo,
know.
you reach that next level, it's gonna be people at that next level that's fucking with you. I feel like people don't know it's a next level out there. Like they think they just gotta stay
Right here.
grounded.
Right.
Like, yo,
here.
you really gonna stay grounded, and there's so many motherfuckers in this earth that's really on one. You crazy.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's
It's like,
crazy.
all right, then the way I think, like, and I've always been like this, it's like, okay, great. If I could get this, that's amazing. But I know if I got here, I can go somewhere else.
Yes.
I was never like, I'm always going to be appreciative of where I'm at in the moment because you do got to kind of collect yourself and be like, damn, there was a time that you actually wanted to get here.
Yeah.
So always really just take the time to just be appreciative and grateful
moment.
for, you know,
Yeah.
what you have.
And
but
that's
you
what
can
I'm saying.
still
It's not
want
even
more.
being.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then it's not even like you being conceited either.
Yeah.
Like you really have to walk in every room like you that bitch at this point
Exactly.
because people try to trick you out your spot.
Hello?
Like they try,
And that's
really
why
be
I
like,
don't give those
yo,
disclaimers.
This not on shit.
Yeah.
You tripping.
That's
You
why I don't give
tripping.
those disclaimers of like, oh, well, I'm not being conceited or I'm not feeling myself. I actually don't give a fuck how you feel about what I think about myself. I
Cause
want you to
let's
think
keep it
that.
a being like I am the biggest.
Because
Yeah.
and let's be but let's be honest. This is like let's for
Like-
real. If I gave my shoes to somebody else, I know you couldn't feel the shit. You couldn't do half half the shit I do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm being real. This is not like I'm being cocky or I think I'm better than somebody. I think I'm bigger. No, I have facts. Like I know what I've done. I know the ground that I've set for literally people to follow behind me. Like I know the foundation I lead. And I know that a lot of people can't fill them shoes. Yeah, and I know there are shoes bigger than mine that I probably can't fill. That's okay.
One time you will.
I just meant for right now.
Yeah, right.
I didn't mean indefinitely.
That's what I'm saying. People really be stuck though in that space. Like, okay, they just got like you. I feel like even sometimes older people be like, oh, okay, I can't go back to school. I can't go buy a house. I'm too old.
Why can't you?
Why if you don't take
it? They give up when it's old.
But you're right though, because it's a mental thing. Yes. If you feel like you can't do something, you're not lying to yourself. You're not gonna do it. You can't do it because you already told yourself. But if you train
your mind like to be like, oh no, I can do this. Like you can do it. I swear to God, I took 9 classes my last year of college. Yo, it was crazy.
That's insane.
But it was real insane. But my advisor tricked me out my spot. She added my credits wrong. So it's just like I say, I'm graduating on time and I'm getting out of there. I had to go and go. Like I think I had to do a class online at Strayer University and everything. And I did it. Like I put it in my head. I'm gonna do this shit, even though you only supposed to take 5 or 6 classes.
Yeah, that's
I took 9. I ran it up. Like I had it in my. After that, I said I could do anything. I swear to God, because college was so fucking hard. Child. I'm never going back to school.
Ooh, yeah, I can't imagine.
I'm never going back to school.
People be telling me like, you should
right
finish
now.
Go back and get your degree. I'm like,
I only got 1 C.
Online to be different though.
Yeah,
1 C. I said, how you only get 1 C? You only got 1
Man,
C.
right now, I don't even see a value in a college degree as a bachelor's degree.
The craziest part,
it's up and down.
I mean, it's subjective.
It depends.
It's subjective.
I don't know because I got my bachelor's. We ain't really moving and shaking like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It really depends.
I'm being real. Like, I'm being real.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's subjective to the actual course of study.
Nah.
Not even that.
Because even if you do STEM, that master's degree is really going to get you that bag to where you can pay back.
Oh, wait, you said just a... I'm thinking you talking about degree or overall.
No, just the bachelor's degree.
But I say,
that's why I'm not stopping at just my...
I'm definitely going to salute the bitches and niggas out there definitely got their bachelor's degree, though.
For
but
sure.
it's just like...
But
it's something that's not taught to us, though. Like, you should go back. Type shit. It's just like, all right, we got our bachelor's, like we up. Let's see. Then you get in the word like, yo, this shit is a scam.
Literally, a bachelor's degree right now is equivalent to a fucking diploma.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like nobody give a fuck about that shit.
And then I feel like the economy is so crazy. Everything is expensive. A bachelor's degree, you gotta have another job, a business. You have to be able to make that shit shake, or you're not gonna be able.
First of all, you gotta even be able to pay
back
that shit back.
Debt.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not even making it to pay that shit back, which is damn. But it's crazy because a lot of times, like. People don't even understand. It's not even about what you have. It's actually about who you know. It's people in positions that don't got a degree next to their fucking name.
Exactly.
But because they knew the person who was in charge of this seat, they got it.
If you watch Love is Blind season 4, Brett is clearly the director of design at Nike, and he does not have a degree.
Yeah, and that's what they call it. They say they grandfather people in.
That is very true.
And that's what it is. And I really,
he just had the talent.
Nepotism.
You talented.
Oh no, he just had the talent.
No, but
networking and being your best self really do get you.
But he worked hard with his talent, though. He did.
Well, I'm gonna bring this up real quick because I think this kind of applies to y'all too, especially in this room. On King Status Podcast, we was talking about it last night. That's what threw me off. Say it one more time. On the King Status Podcast, we were talking about talent versus hard work. And I was arguing on the side of, and for argument's sake, really, I believe both parts are necessary, but I was arguing for talent. Because talent sometimes can outbeat everything. Whenever you are just something God given to you and you can turn it on without thinking, it's unmatched. And they was like, oh, would you rather have with you somebody that's a hard worker or somebody that's talented? And I fit talented and they went off. So how do y'all feel about that question?
Though?
Because I feel like for us that makes sense.
But you said hard working,
No, yes. Listen to what I'm saying. I feel like that makes sense that he said that because I am talent.
Oh, okay.
So of course I would want a hard worker because I don't need two of the same.
Okay.
Oh well, shit, I'm talented too.
No. It's different. Okay. It's different. I'm saying like I of all things, like my whole life is made up of me getting my lifestyle. The way I get paid is off of talent.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like when we first got together, you were hard work only. You got paid off of hard work because you were working exclusively.
Disagree. Because I worked in sales, so like my
you got
talent.
a paycheck from a job.
Yeah, she's
That's
saying in your
listen,
field.
that's
But
what
you
I'm
had to
saying.
go hard behind the talent.
My paycheck
You
was,
got a base
I didn't
plus
really,
commission.
Though. I did
You
it
still
on,
got a base though.
When I told you, back when I worked in that field, I could do that in my sleep.
But that's
I was
still
the best
work.
at it without trying. I didn't.
You're
I worked the less,
misunderstanding
and I
what
was
I'm
the best.
saying. That's still work.
But I get what you're saying.
I don't
but
have
hard, but
something that signs my like. I do this shit from the muscle on my
yes,
by myself.
But I'm saying
That's
both
what I'm
things
saying,
are
there's
considered
different.
a talent.
So
No.
basically, so hard work or talent, I'm gonna always go through talent. But I feel like they go hand in hand. But it's like talent. If you know that's all that you got, you gonna go off.
Exactly.
You're gonna
And you're
go
never
off.
not going to have access
Now.
to a coin because can't nobody take your talent away from you, but somebody can take your job.
Exactly.
Now,
Every
that's
time
my
they can
point.
replace you. If you die, they gonna replace you. In
Yeah.
seconds. So it's just like talent.
All right.
You can't be
This
a
is
hard
my
worker
other
for
side
your
of the
own
coin.
business.
This is my other.
But that wasn't the question. The question was
I'm
either
just
No,
or.
but because I feel like we're not gonna normalize. I feel like
You
we're
can't
not
get
gonna
fired.
normalize hard work, and I hate that.
I believe both go hand in hand. But if we're talking about specifically choosing between one or the two, I'm definitely picking talent over hard work.
Yeah,
I'm
but
definitely
I'm saying
gonna
you said
For
'cause somebody-
myself,
I
but
got
I
you.
would
For
want a
myself,
hard
too.
worker over a talented person.
I'm just saying in this that people can be entrepreneurs and not have talent and be great hard workers and make it that way. That's all
You're
I'm
right,
saying.
but that wasn't
You
the
can sign
question.
your own checks and still
let's
be
keep
just
it a buck.
hard work,
But
no
everybody,
talent.
they can be a hard
That's all I
worker,
was
but they
saying.
don't have talent because they have to pay people to be the creative director, to pick out styles and everything. So it's more so like your talent can get you so much farther than the hard working thing.
I mean, take the owner of McDonald's. The person who took McDonald's over was pure hard work.
No, okay. So
they
the only
talent.
reason why, the reason why I say hard work is for a completely different reason. I say hard work simply because there are so many people who have died with talent and have done nothing with their talent.
Did they want
because
to, though?
just that's not the part of the question.
No, but I'm asking because that does play a part. Because you can be talented, but if you don't want to do shit with that talent,
you
you wouldn't be fucking hard working.
Okay,
So that matters.
A prime example. What the fuck is that? It's called The Soloist. It's a movie with Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. Jamie Foxx's character.
True story too.
True story. Jamie Foxx character, talent. He was a second year in Juilliard, amazing celloist. But he literally taught himself how to play the violin. He taught himself how to play the piano. He taught himself how to do things. He was diagnosed with Well, he wasn't even diagnosed. He had a schizophrenic break and left. But when Robert Downey Jr. found him, he was just in the streets, like almost hit him. He came back and gave him a cello because he like had a conversation with him, and he just started playing. And that was his talent, but he also worked hard he worked hard. Well, no, in this sense, he didn't work hard.
Is that baby?
completely
I feel
going
like
against
that's
what you're
somebody.
saying.
I feel like that's
No, I had a reason.
But
I
Bree,
think
I feel like that's somebody not knowing their worth though.
Oh no, okay, no, I know the point that I was trying to make. Okay, he had the talent, but it almost kind of like it failed with him. His talent failed with him because he did work hard, but it was other things that actually came against the grain where his talent was actually left for dead at that moment.
I think that's a completely different scenario though, because you're incorporating a fucking mental health issue.
No, but
that made this man not be.
but I'm still saying though, there are people out there that they did want it, but there were certain circumstances. His was mental. There are certain circumstances that withhold people, and they're like,
and
my
but if
dream.
you really
wanted it,
both
you
sides,
would
though.
get it.
think
On
But
both
that's why I
sides.
say work hard, because like say somebody has a talent plus to work hard, but say somebody just is a natural work harder. Despite everything, they're going to make sure they go out and get it.
I'm not
Yeah,
disagreeing
but going
with
out and
that.
get it
I
could be working at McDonald's.
But that's everybody. That's why I'm saying success is literally subjective to everybody.
Correct. So the person with talent that don't really want to use their talent
and
is
that's what I was saying.
It's the same as the
it's
hard
different.
worker, hard working at McDonald's.
Okay, so that means it's just not a
I don't
wrong.
wanna
It's not a right
elevate
or
it.
wrong answer. It really is
never
right
right
or
or
wrong.
It's just
Yeah.
what you
Agreed.
think is right.
But it's a
I
great
definitely-
conversation.
Cause
Yeah,
but
no,
I
it
feel
really
like
is.
You can work hard all your life and you still don't have nothing though.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it's all
sometimes.
about knowing your value. And speaking
Yes,
of your
and like
value,
what you put out.
did anybody see a clip? I'm gonna play it still, but a clip of a woman speaking about what a woman's value is and what a man's value is.
Oh, that
And-
bitch. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
No, I
it's a
didn't
good
see
joke.
it.
No,
I
she
didn't
irked
see
the
it.
shit out
Oh
of
wait,
me.
I was gonna do shot o'clock. Is it shot o'clock?
That's great.
I'm always thirsty.
It's always shot o'clock in the
I'm
wisdom
always
wind
thirsty.
down.
I love
Always shot
outside. I want
o'clock.
to be outside forever.
have
Just
no
go
clue.
ahead and pour it inside there.
All right, I'm gonna
because-
support. I was saying I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to
have,
be
I
last.
have no clue.
All right, you can play it while she pouring up.
Oh, okay. We're utilizing it.
Because I'll put it over.
Would you like a shot, little lady?
Everybody get a shot.
career, and a woman's value is her looks. That's the fucking truth. And
Just
that's
let her-
the
just let her
world we
finish.
live in. Women get things because they're pretty, and men have power because they have money. And if you want a good-looking woman, you're gonna be spending money.
Not every man wants a quote-unquote good-looking woman. Like some men just want normal women.
Right.
I'll crack up.
I'm just being real.
But if you could afford it, you would.
No,
What?
that's insane.
Hey,
Wait,
that last
wait,
part,
wait,
I supported
wait,
that last part.
wait.
Nah.
Because I
'Cause
feel
I'm
like
never
in this
downplaying my
generation,
woman.
she's leading by this weak ass generation. Let's keep it a bean. That's literally how this generation thinks. If that nigga got money, he need a badass bitch next to him.
Exactly.
And guess what he gonna do? Cheat with a duck every
Okay.
time.
Yo,
every time. Because the baby mom's gonna be looking like the
Yo,
girlfriend.
every time.
Okay.
It be so
Baby,
bad.
like, good.
Right, it be real
okay.
bad. I feel like that's something that this generation
bad.
created, and that's what it is.
Damn bad.
Like they think like,
Oh, you thought
a
you was
pretty face-
exempt? That's crazy.
You literally would have a pretty face and a bitch has nothing to offer.
That's
It's just like,
Absolutely.
yo,
All you
you're
got is
you
nothing.
literally a pretty bum. Pretty bum. Start a brand, bitch. Like it's just
Seriously,
like
seriously.
pretty PB.
No,
Like pretty
seriously.
bum. It's so bad.
But I feel like that's a great conversation to have because my thing is this. You can offer multiple things and you don't have to live by the standard of, oh, my man needs to be the provider. He needs to be the one that takes care of everything. And all I do is sit here and get my nails done and keep up with myself and be the
They
bad
really
bitch that
have
I am.
bitches out there that literally thinks like that.
And that's if that's what you want to do, that's great. But like that man leave you today or tomorrow, what you got to your name?
Nah.
Girl.
That's how that woman was. Was that Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Yeah.
I just watched that
Child.
motherfucker
Me
shit
too.
the
I
other
love
day.
that
I
movie.
was cracking
I
up.
was like, bitch, get up.
Put your
But-
chest
and
poor
out.
Charles.
That nigga was
Poor
bubbling
Charles.
in the tub.
No, I'm talking about
Poor
poor.
Charles.
Charles, he
Fuck
deserved
him.
everything he
deserved
got.
everything. He
But
deserved
he
that
even getting
hot
shot
potted
at.
grit. He deserved that fucking wheelchair. He
Yo.
ended up. He deserved all that shit. Fuck Charles.
Him even getting
Yeah.
shot was he deserved it. Cause like, how you
Yeah.
doing that
He
to?
deserved all that shit.
See,
The
that,
big
this
boy.
brings me to a crazier topic.
You still wrong with this nigga? Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh.
I'm not doing it.
Oh,
So-
shot a cop.
Oh, yeah.
shots. And I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all think women be extreme in their retribution?
Give me some.
I don't even know.
Wait,
what you
what's
just
said.
them words, big ass words
Give me.
you
I
just
said, give me some. You try.
What?
I was saying
Okay,
that,
take it. Wait.
All right.
Oh.
Wait. What? Let's go.
What's that?
Okay, let's go.
Mm.
Oh, I need some
wine. That was
Wait,
not a
put
shot.
a little bit in here too.
that
Was that
crazy.
a double, guys?
Maybe.
They said, "Hey, oh, you want some?"
I'm about to say I got you. Don't even. Yeah.
But yeah,
don't
wow,
even
we
try
have
to
the
do
short
what
and
you
mention.
try to do.
You.
I was asking,
It's okay.
like,
I'm so happy
when
to
women
be
want they
somebody
look
else.
back whenever a guy does them wrong and goes to, let's say, like when some people cars, house been burned down, clothes get destroyed, gotta like, if shit goes sour, sometimes women take it to the extreme. How do y'all see is that is it you believe it's justified? Especially as women with kids.
Not now, but that is. I will
But
say
I feel like
my
niggas
toxic-
don't know how to take the heat that they put out, and it's pretty
But that's
pathetic.
completely
kind of
different heat.
It's different kind of heat.
I ain't destroying shit of
It's
yours.
different.
Maybe your heart, but
I
that was
will
it.
say-
Hey, yo,
and you
not
shouldn't
maybe
do
your
that.
heart. That's a lie.
Maybe
That's-
your heart.
But I will say, as a person who used to be that toxic, yes. So I had a situation like my ex girlfriend. You know, she did some crazy shit, and it was just like, okay, bitch, I could kill you, or I could.
Oh, she's so
Not.
serious.
Welcome to my life.
That's the crazy
And
part about it.
so it was crazy. So like we went out. It was wild. Like I took her on a date and everything. Like I was like, all right, no, I'm gonna make it fun, right? For me anyway. Took her on a date. Then we went to the movies. Went out to eat. We went. What the fuck? It was. I forgot what it's called, but it was like a go-karting place or whatever. So then we came back. Had like the candles all set up and stuff. And I was like, did you enjoy your day? She was like, yeah. I said, good, because it's the last fucking day you gonna spend with me, bitch. I took all her shit.
She upped it on these songs.
She's insane.
Perfect delivery, bitch. This your last day.
last fucking time.
You nut ass bitch.
I took all her shit, picked her car up for her, took all her shit, put it in her car, and she got in the car. I banged her fucking head against the window. I was like, I don't care where the fuck you go, but you getting the fuck out of here. If you ever thought you was going to play with me again, you got the right fucking
It was
right.
the
You
again,
lucky?
so she did it
You lucky?
before.
No, I'm saying this, like if you ever
Oh,
thought
it
you
was
was going to get the
final.
chance
Okay, it was
to play
final.
with me
Okay,
again,
okay.
you got me fucked up. I was like, you lucky I didn't fucking stab you. You lucky. This is the way I decided to end things. Because
Same.
it could have
went
been
left.
real bad.
Okay.
It could have went real bad. Like, on some shit, like, I felt like that was
Shaking
the
the table.
mature way.
That shot got me
That was the mature way of handling it because, like, in the previous tenses, it's very much given, yeah, let's light some shit on fire. Let's break some shit. Let's bleach some shit. That's
But
this
that
is
comes
what you
with growth,
like.
though. Like you said, like
Yeah.
life is just a repeating factor, just growing and growing
Yeah.
and growing, which is awesome.
We was literally kids.
We was
That's
kids.
fine.
But-
We was kids, so you remember?
No, because they did really crazy stuff. Period. They always used to have to like get kicked out of our house, and I would just be at the top of the step, and they getting put out, and I'm here.
I'm crying. It's
She
you.
thinks she my mom golden child for me. She
That's
really
what
think that.
I am. That I
It's
am.
you separating yourself from the chaos saying
And
I
it's
never
not
did it, but you did it. That's wild.
No,
That's
they-
wild.
She
okay.
faked innocence so much as a kid. Oh my God, wish Cece was here. She faked being innocent so bad, and now look at her. Show him who she really was.
The
all
rowdy
along.
rebel, but I was never bad, Brianna. Come on, y'all got kicked out the fucking house every Sunday before church. Come
Hey,
on.
yo.
Before church is insane.
Hey,
Y'all
yo.
did it on purpose because y'all ain't want to go to church?
And we had to go every Sunday. We had to go every
Hey,
Sunday.
Alima was ready. She was like, I gotta go to Bible study. I gotta wear my white.
No, because
Hey,
we
yo.
didn't. Now the bitch is showing off on this podcast because we didn't ever make it. We was always late to church because of the chaos.
Only when you stayed at my house.
Well, when I
you
was
went
with
with
my
your grandma, you was there
no,
for Sunday
was
school.
it?
That's hilarious. I literally got a cousin like that. It's insane.
That's crazy.
My house was the fun house.
Hey, yo.
I love that.
But yeah, I feel like going back to the topic, I feel like a lot of times, well, now specifically, a lot of women are actually bossed up. So the shit she was speaking was pure bullshit. Like,
But
pure
it's not,
bullshit.
that's what I'm saying. It's just like now, just like women don't need no man. Like what? I'm gonna up it on this nigga. I'm not gonna need him. And then they be mad. Like, yo, she
You don't
never really
need me?
came back. Yeah, like
Yeah.
she never came back. Type shit.
That's
Yeah, what?
But
There's
I
two
will
halves
say,
to that coin.
I will say that because I was definitely that super like independent woman. I don't need you for nothing
so
type time.
dainty.
Like I super was
Yeah,
that, and it's
pick shit
like
up.
it's I'm crack up because yes, we are super opposite when it comes to shit like that. Where it's just like I made a joke. So like this
You was
chair,
working last night though.
this chair had
I
got
was. What's not say?
had got delivered the other day,
Uh-huh.
and he was like, "Oh, it's going to be here around such and such time." I was like, "Damn, you just want me to bring this big ass chair in the house by myself?" Like, fuck him. He was like, "You've never been dainty before, and then all of a sudden you can't bring a chair down."
Child, my
That's
back would have
funny,
been blown
yes.
out. But I can't pick it up. It's so heavy.
It's funny because like I've always been like I had to learn that in this this is my first relationship that I've been like a partnership. It's
Yeah.
always been me and another person.
Yeah.
It's never been us or we. So
Right.
it's like now it's just like, okay, I still have that like individuality to me being like independent to a certain extent, but like I
Yeah.
also recognize that I do have a partner in things.
Yeah.
So like
you
the
don't have
person
to don't have to be overly independent.
yeah, the things that I used to feel like okay, and I still have that. It's just the way that I think because I feel like God forbid anything can happen to anybody in your life today or tomorrow. So the way I operate in things is always like, can I handle it by myself?
Yeah.
If I can't handle it by myself, I'm not going to do it.
If it was
because-
removed, right?
Exactly, because like today is not promised tomorrow for anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's not a I think I have to do this by myself. It's a preparation of if I had to,
Yeah,
could I? Type
And I
time.
feel like that's always the delivery, always, because I feel like I'm like that too. So I won't accept anything that I'd be like, okay, if we going in this together, like if you was the lead tomorrow and I'm going to fall, I'm
Nah,
not gonna do
right.
that.
That's what's like.
I'm not gonna do that because I'm my own superhero. So
Exactly,
it's just like,
exactly.
yo, every time I fail, I pick
myself
up.
back up. And
So
it's great
if
to
I get
have
in the
somebody else
game-
there, but like
yeah,
I'm
but
used
if
to.
that's I said that's something that like I would have to like to really be like Leem, just chill.
Yeah.
Like it's the easy landing type shit. Because other than that, like I'm willing to like use my talent and work hard to really birth everything that I have. Versus if somebody be like, you can have this, it'd be like, is you gonna try to take it back on you, man?
Indian
That-
givers, oh, hate
yeah.
them real bad. But also, it's like it's kind of like a trauma response too, where it's just
That
like
is, yes.
growing up, it was
Trauma
like
responses are really
it's a real thing. It's a real thing, and it's just like growing up, like a lot of like all of this shit I wanted. I got that shit for myself. So it's like nobody could be like, oh, I did this shit for you. I gave this shit to you. I helped you do this. Ain't nobody never helped me do shit. Like anything I did before, I did all of that shit from the muscle.
Yes.
But also it was a learning mechanism for me too, because I did this whole process by myself. So I knew like it takes the same effort it take to make $1 is the same effort it take to make 100, is the same effort it take to make 1,000, is the same effort it take for 1 million. You got to repeat the process in different ways to get to a different standard.
Yeah.
But like you know that you could get to a bag anyway. You know that you got the same drive and ambition to get what you want. You always going to have a place to land.
Yeah, but that's why I always thank God for experiences. Though.
Experience the best teacher.
Yes, like
the best
I feel
teacher.
like that. I feel like that quote is not strong enough because it's like, yo, it really is. If you take your experience and really use it as your like advantage, like it's so good. It's just like I know I'm not going back to that situation. I'm never gonna let that shit fly again because boom, bop, bam.
But you had to go through it to get through it.
Literally, and then every time you come out and you still your happy self,
You be
bro.
on top, like,
you really the shit.
child.
People can't do that because you have people that's literally like us, happy, boot by bam. Later on, it's just like, yo, she's so burned out. She's so sad. She doing this, she doing that. I be like, I remember she used to be happy as shit doing this in high school. And like now you lost yourself because you didn't hold it down for yourself, basically.
Child.
You
Doing
let somebody
so
get
much
the best
for so
of
many
you.
other
Like I
people
know
and you
people
forget
that I
yourself.
feel like God puts people on earth like to really try to break people down. Then you had them people that's not able to be broken down. It's just like,
you unbroken.
every time y'all bounce back, they gonna wonder how I did it.
Harder too.
Every
Because
time.
the bounce back is crazy because you don't come back the same. You come back harder.
No.
Like it's just like the exterior. It's just like dog. Like if I wrote a book of all the shit that I like been through, and the fact that the way even like my most recent situation, like the way the comeback was, it was just like if I never was because I'm very transparent. So like if I never would to say like the shit that happened, you would have never fucking known.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
crazy.
the same. That's like the same with me. Like you be like, yo, what? I'm too motherfucking head. Not lean. It's just like, yo. Yeah.
It's wild.
Shit happens.
No shit.
It happens,
shit.
but like
But you have to-
you
no,
can't
but
let
no,
it happen
yeah.
to you. You literally
Hello?
can't let it happen to you.
No, yeah,
Like,
that's what I
it
mean. Like
happens.
shit, yeah.
Some people let it like take over them. Like you be like, yo, she's never gonna be the same
That's
again.
very true. I feel like the best quote that I say is like, life doesn't happen to you; it happens around you.
Yeah.
It only happens to you if you let it.
Yeah.
So like when the
Exactly.
shit hit the fan, like you gotta clean that shit off and run that
And
back
and
again.
listen,
the
well,
fuck?
let me see how I can do this shit differently now. But people be like,
Exactly.
they do it one time and
And
just
I'm
like,
good,
yeah,
I'm
I'm good. If
good.
it's
Like-
a bad experience,
Right.
But that's how you know.
That's
you
what
just
I mean
gotta
when
go
I
for
say
it.
shit happens. Because it's like people around you, they see the type of personality that you have. They see the type of shit that you get into and you do. But as soon as something seems like a one-off, it's like everybody start talking shit. Now everybody feel
Yeah.
completely different. Shit
Yeah.
happens, but you're going to watch me bounce back better than I ever
Every
bounced back
time.
before. And
Every
then you're going to
time.
be sitting there clueless because you spent all your time wondering, oh, what the fuck happened to you? And here I am 10 steps ahead of
the
you.
game.
yeah, and that's how
Yet
it really
again.
is. That's how I feel like how my brand is. Like when I started the Leem Jones project, I started that in 2014. I was in college. Like I had no fucking idea what I was doing, but I know like I wanted to give back. I wanted to help people. So then when I came up, I feel like the Who Am I campaign, I forgot what year. Like, I birthed that shit because I was lost, y'all. I didn't know, like, I'm going to keep it a beat. I didn't know who I was. I was lost, like, okay, what am I doing? What direction am I going in?
That's
and then,
normal
like,
though. Now people don't
but
like
people
to
don't
admit that.
normalize that.
People
Like,
don't like
I
to
really
admit that,
was
especially
lost.
at that time. Like you was like you said in college. Like this is the time where you're actually figuring out
it
who
was
you
like
are.
real crazy. Like I was like, I really didn't know who I was, and I really wanted to love myself, but I wanted to know who the fuck I was before.
love.
So like just me journaling and everything, like documenting like my whole progress of life, like even sad, happy, like just being there. Like I can look at a picture, like I was sad as shit that day, or I was happy as shit. This is a good ass
absolutely.
day.
Yup,
And then I be
yeah.
like, or when I journal, and then like I always double back like on my journal and be like, yo, I really made it. Like I will mark it next to it, like, yo, I never thought this day would come. Like it'd be crazy. Like
That's
it's
real
really
shit.
like that's how I said, like the Who Am I campaign, like I'm always gonna revert back to that because that shit was heavy. Like I was lost. Like I didn't know who the fuck I was. Like I still was happy go lean, but it's just like, all right, what direction you going
When you get by
in?
yourself, you
How-
get in that quiet space.
Yeah,
You really start thinking
it's
like, all right,
so what's
what's going
next?
on?
How you gonna carry yourself? How do you want yourself to be presented to the people?
Exactly.
Like literally, that's how you do it. And then that's how ever since that, like I found that, like doing that self-identifying journey, it's just like I have not changed because this is me. Like I can't change. Like this is like a reflective moment from when I was in high school, and it's just like you brought it to college, and it's like, yo. This is what you was waiting for. Like, bro, this is you. This is not something that's just in a moment that you just pop up and do this, and that.
That's where
So,
longevity comes from.
I like to
too.
think it's really a process because when you actually like look at yourself and you really look back on all the shit that you actually have done, you have a place where you used to be, a place where you wanted to be when you used to be there.
Yeah.
And then when you're finally sitting in that place, like I look at who I am now, and I think in 2020, 2021, I was telling Sin and Ash, like I'm in my butterfly stage. I really feel like I'm in a cocoon.
Oh,
And I was just like,
I like that label.
I was like, I really feel like I'm in a cocoon, and I feel like I'm about to like become a butterfly because I need to go through a metamorphosis. A lot of shit has to change because identity loss is a really big thing. So like, I got married, I had a baby.
I might say, especially after.
And it's like the rebirth, like, cause you, like, even after the pandemic and stuff, like, we are no longer the same people
at all.
Like, and then after all that stuff,
It's like the world
marriage and a
ended,
baby,
but
it
we wasn't
now
conscious that it
it's
ended.
just like a redo. Like, okay, you have to redo yourself all around and
Yeah.
stuff, and like really just get yourself together to adapt.
Yeah.
Every time people can't adapt.
But that was me, and it was just like when it came to like my sense of style, I like to think that I didn't really have a sense of style. It was just I got dressed because I really didn't care. I was just trying to go through whatever it is. But now I have these things where even like if I point it out, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's so you," because these are just statement things. I'm always got a hat on. Or I always got certain things on. I always got sneakers or something on because my heels, what, yo? But
I feel like that's such a good thing though, to be able to recognize your core friends, like I was literally for her birthday, for example, it was just like this like shirt dress that I seen. I was like, I gotta buy this for Brie because like
and she bought
this
it for
super
me.
her, like this shit, like literally as soon as I seen it, I immediately thought like, this is Brie.
Yeah.
Like, this
And
is
that's
so
how
her.
it is. That's
And
how
we
it
in a
is.
relationship, and
That's
she
how I
really be
said-
feeling like she want to one up me, and I just don't
I'm
understand.
cracking up.
that.
I love that for you because y'all best friends. But even like, I feel like I've been fly my whole life, but it just was like,
Yeah.
Please clip this so I can send it to my mom. Please.
Hey, I feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
No,
but-
I'm calling my
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Because this is
Not
ridiculous.
for
I've been this way.
Not for nothing, Leem really is fly as shit though. Like, I was like,
But it's something because
I
Marcus
don't
be
never gotta
like,
worry about going
I
out with
seen
her. She
Leem and I
look
was like,
crazy. I love that for
only
her.
Leem can wear that because if somebody else wear that, they
They
gonna
would
wear
look
this
at that.
shit.
It's just like, it all depends on my mood. I don't think too hard about outfits. Like, I really just get dressed. Like, I don't.
It's your mood. You
Yeah.
literally, your mood is literally how you dress. Or no,
Yeah.
your personality.
My personality.
You're
Heavy on my personality.
Because you cannot replicate that because that's literally her personality. I like to
Exactly.
think I dress like my personality. You
Duh,
super
for sure.
dress like
No,
your personality.
Sis, super duper.
For
Whatever
sure.
the fucking word is. Sin dresses like her personality.
But it doesn't.
But
But
I
it works
love it
for
though.
her. It works for her.
Hey,
Other
but that's
people,
what
I
I
would look
said.
like,
What the
you look a
fuck are
little
you
dirty.
doing?
Because you know sometimes it
You
would
look
be
a
like
little dirty,
a
man.
little forceful.
But
you
to
know,
you,
that's
you're
what I
always
said. I don't look at
glowing.
Sin like Sin don't look dirty. So it'd be like,
Well, thank goodness.
No,
How
let's
did dirty
keep it a
become a
bean.
scale just now?
No,
No,
because,
it is.
no, because somebody can put on that exact
I feel like
thing
your
that
mom
Sin
now.
got.
No, bitch, you look
Dirty.
dirty.
Because
Like-
so a lot of times people do equate like when people are very like they got the locks, they wear like the
Oh, no, I wasn't
turbans.
meaning like
no,
that.
No, I know,
Hey,
but I'm
yo,
saying
that's-
sometimes like the look that's associated
I
with
wasn't-
that.
I know, but-
Sometimes a lot of people be like, oh, they look like they haven't bathed in
Or
3
they
weeks.
don't
Or they
wear
don't cook.
deodorant. Like
Stuff like
that.
that. No,
Yeah,
but-
like
You
seriously.
trying to say she used Christmas
No, I
as
did work
deodorant?
with somebody who was literally exactly like that, and she did not wear deodorant. She didn't shave her
But to
underarms
be
or
quite
nothing.
honest with you, you wouldn't be able to tell if I didn't
I
have on
did. She
deodorant.
smelled like pepper.
That's what I'm
I said,
saying. That's what I said.
That bitch
Sin
smell like
never-
pepper.
Wow.
Like, I don't
Sin gives
know.
her personality, and that's who it is. Like, and then I feel like you can tell when somebody is forcing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
it don't
yo,
look right. Like confidence
yeah.
is key when it comes to everything.
Like
Yeah.
that's why I said every day I get dressed like I'm that bitch. I don't give a fuck what I got. Like I can put just throw something on and like really be like
She's like, I
a
look
mess.
raggedy today. Bitch,
And I
you look
go outside.
organized.
Bomb and shit. And she be like, oh my gosh, I just threw this shit on. It's
Meanwhile,
like, all right.
I
Meanwhile,
swear to
I
God.
had a t-shirt
And they
and
be
some
like,
tights.
you look cute.
My
I
hair
did that
is
to
a
you
little
before. I
dusty.
said, oh my God, well, I guess I don't look a mess because they keep saying I look cute. And I'm walking through the mall, I look a fucking mess.
I'm
But
crying.
real quick, so we haven't. I don't believe. Maybe I'm not misremembering. It's been a crazy morning already. But did y'all explain to the audience like who y'all are, how like who this person is to you?
Oh, this
Did
is
y'all
my little
get in that
cousin.
story? Yeah.
I'm the baby cousin, the big boss cousin.
It's funny because we're
The
not that much
big
far
baby.
apart.
The
We're only a year
biggest.
apart.
We're
But
only
like,
a year apart.
is
but
it even a whole year? It's almost
It's
a
a
year.
couple months.
I mean, no, because I'm.
When you was born.
Oh no, it is.
Yo.
It's 10 months. It's 10 months.
Yeah.
I'm
That's damn
December.
near a year.
And I'm September.
Because you're 94, I'm 93. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We in stepping stones, so we got a big cousin. But then, like, then a bigger cousin, because, well, she don't
It's
count.
just like a lot
she
of
don't
cousins.
count, though. because she's not a second cousin. She's the first cousin to like Jimmy and them.
Okay.
So like us, it's like we have a big cousin, and then it was me, and then it was her.
Yeah.
But we grew
Okay.
up like sisters.
Like literally.
Okay, I had that kind of hierarchy. So how have y'all remained close and tight throughout the years?
I don't know, cause this bitch get on my nerves so
The
bad.
fuck?
Yeah.
You know, yo, me and Brianna are literally argue like we sisters. Like, but then we be regular.
we
like,
act too much
I'm
alike
about to say
though.
because y'all very similar.
But
Yeah.
she's me times.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Brianna.
My
is
mom.
Like,
All right, so like growing up. All right, so growing up like in our like. I want to say like adolescent wise, my mom was like she was the mom. But then as we started getting in the teenage years, we would go to her mom's house and she'd be like, "Why the fuck is y'all here?"
There you go.
And
yeah, like we have all our parents are different. Like we have.
oh my god, oh my, her mom was at the both of them was at
like
the
the
party.
mom that was like everybody could come now. It don't matter.
Yeah, like she's like I love them, like they my like
Yeah, like she really took us out.
her
every
mom
weekend.
though. She
Big-
love us. She just
big
don't want
dog
us near
dick.
her.
She just don't want us in there.
But
She
then
only
it's my
want
cousin
married.
TT mom,
I
and
get
then
kicked
we
out
would
every time I go to her house.
we would be at we literally alternated houses. So like as we got older, we went to whose house. So it was my house first. Then we got in the middle age. We was always at her house. Then when we got a little bit older, we was at TT house. So it's
But
like
it didn't really last long at my mom or TT mom house. Let's keep it
because they wanted us to fuck out. So my mom was kind of the mutual mom because it's like a whatever. Y'all make me laugh. Y'all entertain me because like she was going through her own shit.
shows and everything. Like we really used to live
like
at
we
my
literally like I remember a summer where we literally dragged my the big screen TV that was on the floor to the front door. We was playing Soulja Boy outside my house.
Not Soulja Boy.
That was quite
No,
a time.
Valina I feel like in Valina, she definitely is like a major player like of our childhood. Yo, she let us do anything. She let I didn't do
She's
anything.
the cool mom.
But she let the motherfuckers do anything. Keep it a beam. What? I was not going outside with y'all. I didn't even tell. I just was in the
I didn't
house.
even tell.
No,
I
my
just
brother
don't
was the
know.
snitch. But yeah, that's our
my big
dynamic.
cousin.
Yeah.
This is my big cousin.
We call
Little
ourselves
cousin.
sister cousins because
Yeah.
it's just like
So now I got like two questions just for the relationship, just so people can kind of see that. So how did y'all remain close still after? Because I'm guessing y'all went to separate colleges. Like how did y'all? Because a lot of people after that time period where you take those different ticks and turns in life, it's kind of hard to keep what y'all got here.
because our family be family in it.
Yeah, like yeah.
Our
So even
family-
if y'all wasn't talking to each other, y'all would have seen each other because of family events.
But
But that
yeah, but
means
we
y'all
always-
be family. Because also that means we have families, but people
Yeah.
choose not to go home.
But I get what you're saying.
People choose to
but
live their
I don't
own
know.
life.
It's just like even like if I want to fuck with Bree that day, I'm calling her phone. She's gonna answer.
Yeah.
Brianna call my phone. I'm gonna answer.
Okay.
It don't matter like what it is, what I'm doing. I'm gonna answer.
We
I'm
don't
like,
talk every single day, but
They be like,
when
well-
we do call each
Right,
other,
okay.
They
it's
be like,
normal.
well, what the fuck you want, Brianna? Why you calling
That's
my
literally
phone?
how we talk to each other.
Yeah,
Like, what you want,
literally,
bitch?
I don't know
What
what,
you want,
it
hoe?
is,
Like,
but
what
I
the
get what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like I guess
'Cause
because we
I mean, it's
grew
a
up
beautiful
as
thing.
sisters.
But our
like,
our grandmoms, yo, they look like twins.
But
Basically,
I can tell you
Yeah.
sisters and
But-
brothers who don't even like
Don't
that.
even
That's
communicate.
something that's hard in
Yeah.
our culture to really maintain is
Mm-hmm.
long. Like for me, I've seen so many, especially like I love that they have a friendship in a group of girls.
Yeah.
But for me, it was in the beginning, it was a cautious thing because I'm friends with a lot of women.
so my cousin, she has me fucked up.
So
Oh wow.
okay, this is escalated. So my last question for you two people who just were gushing over how much you love each other. So, how now seeing y'all longevity? Did y'all see yourselves as who y'all are today for each other? Like, did you see her as this person? Did you see Bria as a mother, married, kid?
No,
So,
she is so fucking goofy. No,
oh,
my cousin.
Wait a minute,
oh.
Brianna. Brianna.
I'm goofy,
It's okay.
bro.
not
You
like a
not
bad
goofy.
I'm goofy as shit.
You
but
the
like,
goofy fucking
I ain't
movie.
making to that motherfucking level yet. This bitch
Bitch,
got
you-
kids
Never
and a
mind.
fucking okay, mind your business.
Never mind.
But okay.
Okay.
But it's just like with growth, it's just like yo, Brianna on some shit. Like why? She got a family.
How about you, Bria?
So when you asked that question, I was actually thinking on like a mental level. So yes, I did see us being this for each other and actually being this in
Oh,
our
like this
lives.
close?
You fucking idiot.
No, I was.
That
No,
wasn't-
she
you know,
answered
that
how
wasn't
I
the question.
wanted you to answer. Actually,
Yeah.
That's how.
yeah.
No. Yeah.
That's why
'cause
I-
you
Oh,
answered a
because
question that wasn't
but I
asked.
thought of it in a completely different way.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can answer it both ways.
All right, well, like in the sense of like who we are to actually each other, yeah, because we've always had this dynamic of friendship. So it's like if I need her, if she need me, like even us celebrating What holiday was that?
Oh, Christmas.
We spent Christmas at her house this year. But it's like we've always had that close-knit relationship because even my mom and her mom and them growing up, my mom was with them like that growing up. So it's like even my mom and her grandma have the like closest relationship of my mom and her aunts and uncles. Yeah. So it's like that's normal for us. Because even my grandma, it's like she will walk in my grandma's house like this.
Yes, that's my mom.
Because where's her aunt? And that's how I feel about my aunt. Like, this is what it is. So as far as our dynamic, that's never going to change because that's literally just who we are to each other.
Like, even Christmas dinner, I planned it like spirit of moment.
Yeah.
And like, my whole family popped up. It was
That's
like
hilarious.
so
She said my whole family. It was just my mom and her kids and my aunt
that's
kids.
like my family.
But yeah.
Like, it was my mom, my sister, y'all, and my grandma.
Yeah.
Like, that's really my family.
Well, yeah.
And they really came, and it was just like, I always wanted to be like the hostess. Like, they always had like family gatherings. Like, I can picture me doing like that every year.
My cousin, like her mom, literally, because we would sit at the table and she just was like, "What the fuck, y'all don't need no friends. Y'all got family." Because like that's how we was raised.
That's how we was raised.
That's a toxic.
Yeah,
I got family like that, but that's toxic as shit.
Like,
yeah,
I feel like
it is toxic way of thinking.
Yeah.
But when you really when you really come into my family, y'all different because y'all kind of got a way in anyway into my family. So it's like y'all really don't count. But it's like when it comes to like, she's talking from the standpoint of people that snake you over. My cousin really don't take keen to people like that, like that easily. So it's like yo, fuck these bitches. You got your family because that's just what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna get right into this, but I want you to.
I was going to do the other side.
You about to do it. Okay, cool. I just because I felt like we was leaving.
But in a sense,
because she answered it good, I wanted you to.
But if I'm being completely and totally honest. Yes, I thought this bitch was gonna be like this. You know why? She was the most secretive motherfucker when we were kids.
Because keeping it being, it was nobody's fucking business. I won't even tell.
That's her favorite thing. Mind you,
I thought
she's
she
a
was
baby.
bigging her up. She was secretive as shit.
Y'all know how Kayla is, and like, you know, she's very secret. That was literally her, but like me and my cousin, you know, she older than me, and then me, that's our little cousin. So it's like, why you doing this shit? Like, why you secretive? So it's like she would do shit. And then she'll just pop out and just act like it was normal, which it is fucking normal.
But like, that's until this day, it's just like
we always was trying to be in her business.
Nobody could ever be in my business, and they was mad. That's what I'm saying.
But
it's
as
not
we got older,
it's just more so. Yeah, this is what I'm doing.
She started being more transparent. That's not something that I'm actually used to. Because I'll make jokes with her and I'll say certain shit, and she'll actually like confirm my jokes, and I'll be like, ha ha ha, it's still funny, but damn, I didn't know you was gonna actually agree with me this time because she's so secretive. But it's funny now
because I don't tell anybody nothing.
She don't tell anybody anything. So when I do be saying stuff, it just makes me like a little bit more like happier because it's like this is a comfort space because she's opening up, like she's blossoming. Everybody sees Leem for who she is now, but it's like growing up with her, she wasn't always as open. Like she was always Leem, but she wasn't like, all right, this is what it is.
Yeah, like now I'm walking in whatever what I'm doing. Like,
she
I'm
don't
walking
care.
in my glory. I don't give a fuck who got to say anything about it. Like this is me. Like nobody can change me.
And you saw her as this from child to teenage to young adult to older.
She was always gonna be this.
Always gonna be this. Okay, that's what's up. Now to go on to what you just went on about why I said like when people say yo, family's all you need, you don't really need friends. I think that can come from a toxic place whenever, because sometimes friends become your family in a sense, and sometimes when people
you have
try
to lock in, you have to find those friends.
Yeah. But sometimes that family that has you don't need family will try and push you away from your friends because it's like, yo, they can't come here.
Yeah, no.
Yo, they can't do this. Like, and for myself, like my mom's side of the family, and not even, I can't even say that, just my grandma. My grandma was welcoming to every friend I had in life. Even she'd be like, hey, watch him. He the crazy one. Hey, watch this, but it's still, you need something to eat? Yo, you can come chill.
Time.
Hey, he ain't got nowhere to sleep tonight. Hey, he can stay here for as long as he need. And on my dad's side of the family, my dad tried to do everything in his power in our few interactions in life to always push me away from friendship. Like, yo, my car broke down.
I wonder if you said that.
Two-seater.
No,
I wonder if you said that. Why?
With my money. He went and bought me a two-seater with my money.
That's crazy.
No, because I said that was my mom.
You can't be riding around with all these niggas.
Like, I'll have friends that like my mom would be like, that's not your friend.
Yeah, it's
well, you and TT used to say shit like that too. Like, that's not your friend, and then I realized that's not my friend.
My whole dad's side of the family kind of moves that way. Like it's kind of like we bumped into my aunt
he was trying
last
to
night.
save you though, because I can say
because his trauma.
Now, if I have kids, like I wouldn't try to project that on them, but it's more so like it's like bitches and niggas be weird.
They do, but like you said,
so
you get that
weird.
energy thing where it's like my.
Mhm.
That's why I always say
Yes.
like I'm the parent where it's like all the kids can come to my house, they can stay at my house or whatever. My son can't sleep out at nobody's crib.
And then them sleepovers is be going wild.
It's not giving
like
it.
you like. I feel like
Leem, love the kids. Drop your kids off.
yes,
crying.
I do love the kids.
They go and come back bad
Especially
though.
if I'm not
They
coming
gonna come
outside.
back
If I'm not
bad.
going outside, they can definitely come over.
But again,
But
to
it's
that,
just
when she
protection.
says,
It's protection. I think it's more so. They
but is
don't,
it overprotective?
It
It could be.
depends.
It could be
depends,
because
yeah.
I feel like sometimes parents really try to save you from shit that they had to go through.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
some
more so
experiences you actually
can't-
need
to
go through.
So they cannot save you from something that you still going to do. Be like,
Yeah.
yo, this was my mom and
Because
dad was
if
talking
they save
about.
you now and you do it as an adult, it's completely different. That's why I
Exactly.
feel like I'm not big on like my thing is my son. I literally call him Steve-O because he thinks he's invincible. He will try to do whatever he wants. He has no fear.
Yeah.
And I love that for him because it's like, listen, you're going to do something and you're going to realize either, hey, maybe I can't do this or I need to do this a different way. Either way, that's a decision that you have to make, even at this young, tender age of 3. My thing is
But
like, I'm
it's so
setting
good,
it.
though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm setting you up for the mentality of
Like,
I'm
you
going to
can do
go
anything.
through things to figure it out. Obviously, when it's not dealing with him like literally like a life or death situation, like I'm not going to let him just fucking dart into the street or no shit like
Right,
that.
right.
But
Yeah.
he likes to fucking jump off the bed. He likes to jump from couch to couch. He likes to do like wild
That's
crazy
what I said.
shit. He
Me
want to
with
jump off the
kids,
fucking
like
slide.
y'all probably not gonna let my kids come to your house because I'm like
crying.
literally
Yeah, yeah.
gonna let my kids.
They can come
No,
to
you
my
gotta
house,
come too.
but-
That's
to her
all.
house.
No,
Bring
they can come to my
yourself with
house.
your kids.
Mine just can't come to yours.
And that's what I was
I'm
going to
doing
say
it.
about that.
That's
I'm literally
great.
so
I don't play
good.
that shit with my son though.
I mean,
No.
that's her profession. She
No,
literally.
I'm
That's
literally-
listen, but my son actually don't go to school, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, yeah.
No,
with her,
no,
she don't.
my son's
It's
not going
just
nowhere.
like-
No.
I don't know. Like I like the I saw like a tweet before. It's like a tweet before they said I wish I could go back to my childhood days when I was just so young and fearless.
Yeah.
And I feel like our parents really didn't just be like, you can do anything you want.
Exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
it's rules and guidelines to what
Yeah.
you do in this world. It's just like, no, me upbringing kids, yeah, motherfucker, let's get it. What
It's
you
the
want to do?
assembly line. They
Like-
put you on a kid assembly line. Hey, I was raised this way.
Yeah,
Daycare,
this is how you
school,
gonna do.
Here,
but it's
college,
just like
and hopefully
I
you
feel
make
like
something
some
that you like.
people
Like,
don't
I'm
be
over here
young,
like,
wild,
yeah,
and
I'm
fearless no more. Like they really be like, I can't do this because this person not going to accept me. Like
Yeah.
if you can't accept me for who I truly am, I don't
Then
want to be
fuck
next
you.
to you.
Facts,
I
facts.
don't
That
want to be
was-
next to you.
It's so funny because we even talk about acceptance because it's like we always have this conversation when I talk about my mom, like, well, your mom is not like the average mom, but I like to think that kind of was my mom. And even in situations where I thought she was going to be weird, like, even when I go back, I actually just said something to her when I went on a date and I did not tell her who I was going on a date with. And she
They
was
be
like,
snapping.
no, she was
She
like,
ain't say nothing?
listen, she was like, what, you going on a date with a girl? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, I knew it. Like, you ain't had to say. But my mom
Parents
is
be
that
knowing.
mom.
That's
She
right,
not
yeah.
asking no questions. She's going to just let you be you
Yeah.
at the end of the day. She was always kind of like free, but she was protective to a stance. Like, I love y'all protective. Like,
Yeah, but you make
It
your own
wasn't more
decision.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I was,
but she also allowed us to test the barriers because she set certain guidelines, but we didn't push it because she gave us so much leeway already. And why would we push it?
Yeah.
And it sounds
Yeah.
like your mom learned a lot from her life. And I feel like
Exactly. So
when
she knew
some
what kind of parent
parents
to be.
try and
True.
overprotect their kids and force them into
Yeah,
the
be
box because they
bad.
didn't learn their aspect from those lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Like my pop and me situation is different. I got locked up a bunch. He got locked up a bunch. Now he served time. I never did that. But every time I got locked up would be our interactions because that would be whenever his
That's the only thing he can
my
relate to
mom
you on.
my mom would be there like you gotta something happened you got and he would be that would be something okay I know this world I can go figure it out I got a level head I can
Yeah,
go do
right.
this. So in some of the situations I am grateful for him, but when every time we got in that car ride it'd be I told you stop fucking with them niggas. It'd be like what?
That's the only
Bro,
thing.
that's
I
how
got
they-
locked up
I
by
think-
myself walking home.
no, but
What
they
are you
be
talking
knowing
about?
what be going on. I can say like I feel like parents be knowing what's going on.
Some of them.
No, but
some
it was
of
wrong.
them, some of them. I feel like okay,
Parents who
like
learn
with
from
my,
they shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said with my mom. Like my mom can first hand be like, yeah, that bitch no good. Like da
Super my mom.
But it's just like I never cut him. Like let's be honest, I never cut him off on that first thing my mom said, because it's like,
Because you
Mom,
still
what?
gotta find out for
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Like, she ain't did shit to me. You, a girl, we outside. You was just like, shit like that.
But
then
you
be
gotta
like,
learn.
Then I'll be like scared something. Like, yo, mom, this bitch did she
Bro,
bugged out, da-da-da-da.
My mom did something, and then
Yeah.
her and my cousin did something, but it wasn't until I had to figure it out on my own that person just wasn't for me.
Facts.
But
Yes,
but
that's how
I
it
even
be.
and it's crazy because even as an adult, I have that same rule of thumb when it comes to her, when it comes to my other cousin, when it comes to my friends. It's like listen, they're your cup of tea for what you feel like they're your cup of tea
She
for.
does that. She does.
But
Brianna,
when you
do.
find when they do something that just makes you flip the lid, then that's okay because I'm not going to judge you because you kind of got to go through that. But I'm gonna say my piece though.
No, but that's how she be. Like, it's something happen, and then you bring it back, and then you like, well, bitch, I told you.
I
this.
did tell you.
I'm like, bitch,
I be
mind
saying
your-
I told you
like,
so
I'm
without
like,
saying I
bitch,
told
mind
you
your
so.
business.
Yeah.
But you're right. But
But-
you're right. I know.
That's how
But
it be.
yeah, like your parents kind of had to like. But every time y'all mentioned that, you said I had to learn for myself.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it comes to great parenting, I know I taught you enough to learn this yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I trust you with that.
not
yeah.
even that, and then it came from like you can also try and help that kid and you think might be trouble. Like I call him my brother because he's been there since I was 4 years old.
Right.
But we not related. But it took time for him to develop that relationship with my family to where he is family to my family. Like my mom be like, nigga, where you been at? Like. What's
Right.
going on? Like
Right.
it's to that level, and I have multiple friendships like that. But that was because I was able to give it time and grace and learn from myself what they taught me. Like, yo, all right, when you see a certain behavior that I would never do, that I would taught you against, that I taught you against from even let's say shows, real life. Even my grandpa bring around his friends. Like when you around like weird older men, and for the point to be like, this is weird older, like this is weird people. Like, you see how this is, like, it became, like, my grandpa had a friend that would pay us to do some landscaping, and he was well off, but I would see those interactions, and I would see kind of lessons my grandpa would try and teach me through their conversations. Just being in the back seat of, like, yo, why are you still doing this? Like, yo, you 48, and and you sitting here, nothing to show for it. You got a nice career, but you don't,
You have
you
nothing
didn't
to
take
show.
time to enjoy your life. Like now you older and you trying to, like he would I say this weird joke. They would call lesbians vampires. So like when I'm in the back seat to hide it from the kid, they're calling them vampires, but I put it together because I was a wild kid. So in those conversations, like you keep going.
That's why I was like, vampires like blood. Not
That's
coochie.
why.
I know, but it just was a code word.
You bleed
Just
out your coochie.
Hey, yo,
can
okay,
bleed
that's a crazy.
anywhere.
I didn't even go to that connection of the vampire. I just thought it was a code name because
A lot
they
of-
was in the
they don't even
sci-fi.
do that when the period
Because they was in the sci-fi.
I read
but
the Bull
it
Dagger
was
at this
those
point.
teachings
I
that
just-
were.
Yes, I be seeing the bulldaggers outside.
You
Hey.
sound like Valina.
Yeah. Oh! Hey, yo, but you see those teachings, and then hopefully your kid picked it up enough to be able to move throughout their life and deduct who needs to go away.
Yeah.
Like I've run people around, but then some people don't. You never
But
will
that's
see
why I
again.
said, like, even when I reposted like a video on Instagram, like, I'm dead ass. This shit said, if you would, your grandma, your mom, your cousins, and all y'all bitches was clowns, how the fuck you don't think you gonna be the fourth fucking clown?
I mean,
Like, if you fucking with, like, a legendary status, oh, my grandma, I'm doing this, boo bop, my mom on some shit, she's thorough, everybody fucking with her, you gonna be the same way. So it's just like, you gonna go the clown route, or you gonna be like a legendary nigga like me.
Or you going to change that?
Hey, yo, she was good off that tagline.
She keep bringing that
She got a
just
clip. She's like, I got a clip.
No, but
I
and
got
I'm
a
gonna
clip.
we gonna
empty
see
it every
we
time.
gonna see the clip for you to post.
Ooh, y'all.
No worries, no worries.
They can't fuck with
But
me.
no, I feel
Because
that
they
vibe where
fucking
it's just
me,
like
me,
my mom was like
I'm
kind of
screaming. Shut the
similar
fuck
in that
up.
way. I feel like my mom,
Y'all
she
shouldn't
was
give me
very.
alcohol.
I said that shit.
She did.
I said that
Shot
shit.
o'clock.
literally said
Shot
that.
o'clock.
She
I
was
said
like,
that shit before she got here. I said she like this sober. She don't need no fucking liquor. I said that
Well,
shit.
speaking of liquor, let's take another shot while we.
Shot o'clock, shot
And
o'clock.
then-
I
and
love
then we
It's so
gonna go
funny. You know why? It's because we
After you answer, babe.
Marcus called us like twin cousins, but it's like when we together, it be her. It don't be me. But when I'm by myself, I be her.
Yeah,
So I think I'm enjoying this shit right
trying
now.
to like be like the calm one when I'm
am.
around, but it's just like, yo, she acts just
But
like
when
me,
we
like-
alone,
yeah, like we both be losing our shit every time. It just be like, yo, even in our text messages and on the phone, we're nasty to each other. Like it's just
Not that nasty.
not nasty, but bitch, we don't respect each other.
Bitch, you don't respect me.
Well, girl, we the same age.
Oh shit, we stumbled on the therapy. We stumbled right into
She
therapy.
said, but you don't respect me. And how does that make you feel?
Right.
Like,
No,
You know how that make me feel?
no.
I'm calling my cousin and I'm snitching as soon as
No,
this is
because
over.
that's why I said I feel like anything that would ever come between like me and Brianna, we are able to talk about it. Like it's not ever gonna be no.
It's the
weird
same way
stuff.
I wouldn't be able to not be able to talk to Kayla no more. I would not be able to. That's so fucking weird to me. To like, if me and her, we would never
Right.
have a falling out because it's normal.
yeah.
Us arguing or us saying stuff to each other.
Yeah.
That's not
It's
a
more
thing.
so I said what I said,
and our
we,
family is very fucking intrusive, so it's not it's not an opportunity for us to like not like
talk.
each other.
Yeah, because somebody be
Yeah.
like, then what the fuck is going
yes,
on?
because I would tell my other cousins.
Our
and
moms
it's just
don't mind
like-
their fucking business.
Yes, and
My aunt,
yes.
she's gonna be confused. My cousin, everybody's gonna be confused because like what, yo?
Yes,
like,
and we have a wedding coming up next month, and all the
we
family gonna be together.
going to embarrass my
And
aunt.
I'm the wedding coordinator of the wedding for my
Oh,
grandma.
respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Oh dang, I got a wine full of glass. A glass. full of
No,
wine.
drink it, Brianna. Or drink.
I got a wine full of glass.
Hey, I
You
mean,
come to my house later?
drive the boat.
Yeah, if I stay in Philly.
I feel like you should. Marcus was like, she not gonna stay. And I
Well,
was
why
like,
we
I feel
take? How do you
she
like living in
should.
Delaware?
It is so
It's an hour
peaceful.
and a half of fucking away, and she wanted me to come up there, and knowing I got anxiety.
It is super duper peaceful. Like it's just like at first I didn't like it because I'm not around my family. Like everybody in Philly, like literally my family, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and like everybody's right around the block. But then like being far away, but it's like it's really really peaceful. It's nice. Like if my family was to come out there, I still would like enjoy it. But it's like it's really nice. It's a peace of mind. I don't know people out there really, so like I have my people that I deal with, but I don't really know people out there. But it's nice. It's a nice little experience.
I'm about to look because clearly
I've
need
been
somewhere to
looking.
live.
I could send you. I've been looking. Yeah, that's been on my mind lately.
We
That
was
is so
thinking about
peaceful.
Delaware though. It's like,
But
come
it's
on.
like I would never go like Smyrna, like deep.
Oh yeah,
and
no, no,
stuff
no.
Like
Now
that.
you're
Like,
lost.
no.
Because I'm
Yellow.
even when I came
like
to
Dover,
Delaware,
like it's.
Yeah.
Listen, it need to be Delaware, Airport, Philly. Like
That's
that's
what I said.
crying.
even when I came to Delaware, like I wasn't a city girl.
Mm.
Like I was a city girl, but it's just like yo, I'm a city girl out here. It's like Delaware, like the country, like how the
Yes.
bitches.
That's
walk,
how I felt when I lived in
dance, talk.
Let's
New
take
Jersey.
this shot and then we can take one when she
Okay.
come back if you gonna take it.
when I lived in.
Brian, did you? Oh, you put it in
Yeah.
there. Oh, girl, I'm so scared. Cheers, let's go.
Turn
Cheers.
up.
Cheers to getting money in 2023. It's our time.
Ooh.
She said Applebee's. I don't eat that. She came from Rue Chris. As soon as I said Rue Chris, I'm like, Bree, don't live. No, just stop.
That's my baby cousin, so I would like.
Yeah.
try
Go
to-
see, but I'm saying you like I'm not eating there. Like I'm gonna go eat to go. Like,
A drink maybe.
Yeah.
No, yeah. She's bourgeois.
I'm not bougie.
Corey and BJ won't go on a trip with me because they sound bougie. Brianna always trying to go to restaurants that cost so much money.
And yo, that was me in Mexico.
I mean, we get better service.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The more it
I
costs,
spend
Why
money
the
on
fuck-
convenience.
like for me, it'd be like, yo, I get fucking fly. Why would I not want to be at a fly ass
Yeah.
location? And
And
restaurants
that's
be
me.
the flyest.
Oh, Brianna, did you
And
just
turn it
dump
up.
the shot in there?
No, I actually took half of it and I poured myself a double shot, so I put the other half in
Okay,
here.
give
Which
me
is
some
crazy
more,
because
some
like
more.
even when that's to a point of what we was talking about last night, where it's just like we kind of we went out, for our husband's birthday or whatever, and
Yes.
it was we're
A
used
little
to
bit.
going out,
They
but
put wine in there.
it was somebody else that was with us.
Yeah,
that I'm
come on.
crying.
I don't know why you look familiar.
Okay,
You don't know
But
her
you
from
don't.
nowhere.
I don't know you.
this is gonna
I
get
know you
straight
don't,
shot,
but
no
you
chaser
look-
I'm
soon.
crying.
Soon this is gonna get
Wait,
straight
what is
shot,
your-
no chaser.
You never.
Is
even
this on
introduced-
record?
You said you know it.
Yes, because I
I'm
introduced
sorry.
you when we
No,
first
because you a little
walked
retarded. I swear to goodness, I was looking at her
No,
like
didn't
that.
No,
I?
she definitely did when we was
I wanted to
outside.
ask
Yes,
you,
didn't
but I
I?
wanted to ask you, did you want somewhere to drink? But I was like, dang, I don't want to say yo.
Well,
I'm
hi,
like,
I'm Jay.
I gotta ask.
Joe, that's
in.
crazy.
Jay, I've been around you
I'm
multiple
about to say, not
times.
you calling him fucking Joe.
I've been around him multiple
Wait,
times.
Exactly.
I feel like family
Oh.
events, we really be here together.
Yeah, facts.
Hold on, I think I got.
We all gonna be together later if you
No.
stay.
I know y'all.
trying to make
I gotta
her-
see. We gotta have fun. We gonna
Stay.
see where we going after this.
But that's funny that you called
Because
me
we getting
Joe
lit
'cause I
later
call
because we
her
playing
love
games.
sometimes.
We have
Yeah,
game night,
but
night,
But,
night,
some,
so-
but,
Your
but
mama
most of the
like
time, I just mean love, and then
No,
sometimes
you
I
be
mean
calling
love.
me love
Your mom-
because you.
No, I
gonna be
don't.
there?
I only whenever time I mean it is when it's in that sense. When you said something
Gotta go
crazy.
dialysis by-
Yes, I know.
But it's crazy because it's like
Y'all
one and
never
the
hung
same.
around each other.
But that's
though.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
Me and
y'all-
Sid never been
but
in.
y'all
I
kind
was
of.
just-
But it's so
I was
funny.
thinking,
I was
I'm
like,
like, yo,
I like
if
Sid.
we would have been friends, it's a different dynamic between like me and you versus me and Bree. Like Bree literally introduced a whole different like soft side.
I feel like I calm her
As to
down.
where if me and you would have been friends, we would have both been on the same bullshit, and like it would have been crazy. It's just like, no, we can't be friends because
Absolutely
there's
not.
no mediation here. Nobody.
She might
gonna
be more than my
like,
old best friend. I tell you that much.
I'm crying.
So,
We just had shot o'clock.
so
This is insane.
I was moving off this topic, then we get into some straight shots, some chase type conversation. So then
Ooh, I love that.
we can end this because my baby ready to go. So
I'm ready to eat.
how?
Where y'all
Same.
going?
So my last question, my last question about kind of like we talking about like childhoods and growing up. It was this thing posted on Twitter, and it kind of asks, yo, I'm curious, how did your parents handle your bad days when you were a kid? And to me, like a lot of the responses were kind of similar to me. Like, yo, as a kid, you weren't allowed to have bad days.
Exactly.
Like it was
you
hard.
wasn't.
It was hard to be sad as a kid. Like, yo, you got a roof over here, you got food, you got this, you got that. Yo, I bought you, this, I bought you that.
And
You
that's
don't
what
know.
it
I don't know.
was.
You don't know
That's
how hard
what
it
it
was.
was.
Toxic as fuck.
I can't say it's just like I had bad days, but I didn't. But it's more so like you weren't allowed to have a bad day
Yeah.
as a kid because they said we wasn't going through shit. And literally you
You
go
was
through
going
shit
through
as
shit.
a kid. Like
I'm
that's how I say you be
crying.
going through like trying to
You
like
see my face?
figure out. No, you go through shit as a kid.
I don't know.
I would never
I mean,
downplay.
as a nigga that was in some shit,
I
was
would
in
never
some shit.
downplay the shit that that kids go through because
Yeah,
like
they
just
go through a
because
lot, yo.
you're not going
Yeah.
through it, you got to think of the time frame of like what you deemed as big at 10 is big for you at 10
Yeah.
because you don't have a
Yeah.
scale bigger
You're
than
a
what you're
child.
going through.
Exactly.
So yes, that is very big. With your adult years and your adult eyes and your adult experience, of course you may have gone through some shit that's worse, but let's be honest, there's a lot of kids that have gone through worse than 40-year-old people, 50-year-old people, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Before
it's
they
like
hit the age of 15.
you can't say that a child hasn't gone through shit. It's like for me personally, I know like the way I see death and like those type of things is like my morality is a little different because like that's something that I've experienced throughout my whole entire life. Like I've been a caretaker my whole life. Like
Yeah, right.
my grandma died early, my grandpa died early. These are people that I took care of because everybody else was at fucking work. These are people that I literally had end of life care for where it's like they didn't remember nobody else but me because by the end of it, like I was the one that was literally there.
Yeah,
So
right.
don't tell me that I haven't been through shit.
Yeah,
like
right.
you actually haven't been through half the shit I've
And
gone
it's
through.
kind of scary. That's how I said, like, I feel like kids really be going through stuff.
Exactly. So it's like I will say that like for me, I never like my mom wasn't never like the you never been through shit type time, but she was like she was more of a mediator in the sense of like when it came, even if it came down to some shit like at school or whatever. So like I always been very like aggressive and I always been very angry. And it was just like my mom told me, she was like, not the sense of you like it don't matter, but she was like, you know what, you can't let the type of shit that people say to you affect you because if you do that, everything's going to get under your skin and you're
Yes.
never going to actually be able to see anything.
That sounds-
That was my mom. She was like, it wasn't like a dismissive like your feelings don't matter.
Yeah.
But she was more on the type time where it's like
She was a helicopter parent.
if you
Yes.
do this, you'll have
Elaborate.
consequences like this
Yes.
type time. And that's kind of in a sense the way like I parent my child too, where it's just like, she never was like, don't do this. She was just like, if you do it, this is what could possibly happen. So it was like, I've been in situations at school where it's like, oh, somebody said this. And like, Mom, I'm ready to knock all their teeth out their mouth. She's
Yeah.
like,
Yo.
don't do that. Because if you do it, then you might
This
get
is what
suspended.
happened.
You might
Yeah.
get expelled. You won't have to go somewhere and deal with other shit. This is the type of time like that.
that takes me to the
Exactly.
Yeah, that takes me to the
exactly.
form
like, this
of
ain't that deep type time.
having wisdom. Because
Exactly.
even my mom is a
You
combination.
have to have them people around.
Yeah,
them
my mom
because
is a
people don't have
combination
that.
of a helicopter parent and she was protective at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she allowed us to do things to find our own ways, but she also was that over the shoulder parent to make sure that if
Like
we
I'm
we
came,
still had to
watching.
sneak. Like we
Yeah.
still had to sneak and do certain stuff.
yeah,
Like,
because it's just certain things that my mom just wasn't for. So when we have conversations and I look at when I respond off of my upbringing because my mom wasn't strict. She just was a parent in the sense of what I think a parent should be. Because I like to think that I'm like that with my child. She's very free. She literally does what she wants. She literally gets everything she wants and needs. When she talks to me sometimes, I don't get mad. I laugh because that's literally my fucking child.
It'd be funny. I will say, like, it'd be funny because based on you, and I know like our parenting styles are a little different, but I do appreciate the fact that like her daughter will literally tell her, like she'll say something and her daughter will be like, no, mommy. And I love the fact that she don't get upset by it because like she knows what the word no means and she knows that she has her own personal boundaries at this
like what she
tender
not doing.
age.
Yeah.
That's my girl. What she said, Alima.
But I love that because certain parents will really be like, don't tell me no. You don't get to tell me no.
But
And
that
that's how
goes
they
to complete sentence number
but
one.
I also feel like it's just like a dictatorship type of shit.
And that's
but
what I was
feel
saying
like
earlier.
when people
Yeah.
be like
y'all
that,
was gonna be friends, all
and
right?
look, got this word. So like when people like parent like that, sometimes it's like they never had none, so then they feel like they have to control this person.
You got everything in this
Now-
house because of me. I take all that
Then
away.
it's
You
like,
won't have
they
nothing.
have
First
this
of all, you're
person, this
sick.
kid that's sneaky
You're
doing
sick.
the biggest shit, and then you have a poor as a child.
Like I like to
Yes,
think that
that part,
my mom
yes.
was
Like,
just a parent.
That
Like
escalated. Okay.
No, but no, really, that's
No, but
literally-
that's real.
no,
That's real.
no, yes, because
It's
even
escalated.
growing
That's all
up,
I'm saying.
Yes, even
growing up, all right. So when it came to sex and stuff, like I lost my virginity late. She lost her virginity late. We came from the type of parents where they like literally you. I know you don't like this phrase, stay in a child's place, but that was big in our family.
Yes,
That's
it
kinda what I'm
literally
talking about.
was.
Even
It
until
literally
now,
was.
we're finally about to be 30, but
we
we're
still
actually
a shadow.
but we're in the in crowd. We've been in the in crowd for about 3
Yeah.
years now. But our cousins was
For about 3
heavy.
years now.
If you're not 30 and up, mind your business.
Yes.
But we didn't take offense because we respected
We
it because we
respected
understand the
it,
dynamic
yes.
of our family.
Well, I'm
So we
completely
didn't
opposite.
see it as
I love the fact that you did
Y'all have
respect
that.
it though.
yeah. So
It's
but now
more
we take
respect.
advantage of that
Yeah,
shit.
'cause it's
we
up.
smoking with
That's
our cousins.
It's oven is stuck on
That's
me and lit
different.
up.
'Cause
But
for me, I feel like
I'm
I
the wild
forced
cousin.
myself
I feel
in
like I'm
there.
the
She's
wild.
super
Facts.
always the wild, and I'm just the.
I force myself in
I'm
that
down
place
with
'cause
whatever.
you're not going to tell me what I can and can't do.
Like,
Like,
yeah.
especially for me specifically, because I had a lot of adult responsibility at a
That-
young
yeah,
age. So
that's
you're
true.
not going to
We
tell
was
me to
super
stay in a
kids.
child's
But
place
I think
for the
it's
fact
more
that I've
so,
never been a
that's
child.
why I said everybody lane.
But
But
yeah, because
everybody
that's what
lane
I'm
is
saying.
different. Everybody lane is
That's what I'm
different.
saying. I
Yeah.
love that
the
that y'all
keeping
had
it being
that.
like you already had to be mature at a young age.
Exactly.
So bitch, how you gonna tell me not to
Exactly.
stay in a child's place?
And I
I've
was
been
never
mature
scared.
since I was 12.
I was
What
never
you
scared
talking
to
about?
have those
Like, that's how big.
conversations with my
Yeah.
people. So it's like the one time that I had that situation happen where it's like, all right, like my grandma, she like, I was young, she passed away, she had cancer or whatever. We were having like a family meeting and they were all talking about something, and my aunt was like, "Oh, this conversation is not for you. We're talking to adults right now." I said, "Y'all not here on the day-to-day schedule. You don't know." And this was her mom at the time. This is like my grandma was her mom, and I'm like, you respectfully live in your own house down where you living at. I'm taking care of your mom. So I'm going to be
Yeah.
a part of this conversation. And you're not going to tell me what I can and can't say.
But that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a respect thing. I feel like as
Respect
older
is
beings,
given the way it's
older beings,
received.
like I feel like they can't be. Sometimes they can't be respectful
They
for a younger
have a
motherfucker that's
blurred
really
line
stepping
of
up.
what,
Yeah.
sometimes people will blur adults in that particular generation blur the lines of talking back as being disrespectful, where it's just like, no, I'm having a valid opinion the same way you do, and we're having a conscious conversation right now, but you can't take it because it's coming from a child that you don't see is on on
You
an
don't
equal
see them
playing
as a
field.
person. You just see them as a
As
child.
a
But not even
child,
that, but
as
it's
a
still like you don't
child.
see me as an equal. And that's fine because we have difference in age. But when it comes to experience, I've gone through a lot of shit. Like even before the age of fucking 16, I've been through a whole lot of shit that I know for a fact, like in my family, like I know you didn't go through before this before this age. So when we're having these conversations, let's you calm down because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you
Exactly.
haven't been here.
But
at
that's how
this age
that's what I'm about to say.
and the shit that I've gone
they
through.
aren't in your
Like,
shoes, so they would never understand.
Exactly.
People that can walk a mile in your shoes, yeah, boom, bam, bam, they can understand. People that never was in them shoes, they can't
Never.
understand.
And
It's just like the
that'd be the
respect don't be there. Like, bitch, I'm a grown ass woman. I was
Yo.
taking care of your mom. So what are you talking about?
Outside of that, it's like for me, like I took care of like dad, but I'm the caretaker for my mom. So it's like when people from the outside looking in, I know when people like come to like we have like family events or whatever, the way I talk, like I am, like I said, I've always been very aggressive. I have changed a lot, but I still have that like raw, you know. But
yeah, I feel like that's why I said my sister said the other day, she was like, I feel like we switched spots. Cause I was like really, really sweet. But it's like
She was very.
I was really, really sweet. So then I have that roar to me like,
But
bitch,
you need it sometimes.
need
and it's like my
it.
thing is this. I'm
You
very
need it.
assertive in the position that I'm in because you're not gonna play with me because first of all, like I do way
and
too much
that's the biggest
shit.
thing. Bitches be playing. Bitches,
You're not gonna
niggas,
play with me, and I
family
don't
members,
care who it
everybody
is.
be playing.
I don't care who the fuck it is. You're not gonna play with me. You're not gonna talk to me no type of way, and you're not gonna feel a certain type of way about me because you have no idea what the fuck it is that I do from my situation. So you come on your fucking business. Let's start there. But for me, it's just like, when people come in from the outside looking in, they might be like even him, I know like our first like kind of family interaction was like seeing him interact like with his mom versus me interacting with my mom and like people, it was just kind of like, I know it was like a culture shock a little bit because it was just like the way I speak is very aggressive, but it's like,
but I love blended families.
But now he understands,
I feel like
though.
But
He
like
understands.
But
that's me, the Marcus
like,
family.
let's just be honest, like a little bit. I feel like sometimes you need that balance. Like you have to have the raw, then you have to have the chill, so you can equal each other out. I feel like sometimes the raw and raw don't like mix. Unless you really be like, yo,
Marcus family don't got no roar. I'm the roar.
Like, I'm willing to work on this. Yeah, be like, I'm really willing to work. Everybody's not willing to be like, let me step down.
To speak on her with the raw situation, and in that for me, it kind of was, she's kind of who I probably needed to be growing up. Because I had all those same responsibilities. I've been like, for me, a moment that was kind of crazy for me for my sister to be like, yo, you're like my dad. And when she said that at this adult age, I'm like, she wanted me and my dad to go with her to therapy, and kind of like, well, you kind of filled his role, and I think y'all need to have a conversation. And for me, I had to have that typical conversation. Like, no, we don't. I'm there. I have my own life. My kid is set up. He's had more than enough chances for me, and I'm not babying no adult.
Yeah.
So like, you gonna act this way because we can't interact. But in that sense, her being who she is kind of like lets me know for like, if I was that with my mom, we would have a better relationship, because that it pushes the part like, yo, I'm my grandparents' other kid, really. Like, yo, me and you, I'm your first child, and it kind of was like, hey, I gotta work, I should do. Here you go, grandparents.
That oldest role is fucking.
That for me was kind of
even for my sister. I feel like that's how it was.
No,
like
it
my
really
sister.
is.
What? That's my dog. But
I don't
like,
think our younger siblings really understand the shit that we actually have to deal with as the oldest, because they don't see it as that.
Yeah.
But the shit that we're exposed to.
Yeah. Because even like with my mom would be like, Aye, tell Aye Alima this, she gonna listen to you, but like, girl, I hear both of y'all. Like,
I'm not listening to neither one.
Yeah. Like, that's how like my mom be thinking my sister can check me, but girl, it's not.
No, but I do feel you on that when it came to like the when I raised my hand, the sibling thing. I do understand what you're saying. Do you think that it would actually help for her sake?
My mom's?
No, your sisters.
That was
because
my
I feel like
she was the older.
No, because I feel like when it comes to
on my mom's side,
I feel like when it comes to sealing certain things and unpacking certain things, you think it's for you,
but really
they
for
think
her.
it's for them,
yeah,
and because it is for them. So her inviting both of y'all, I do understand
support.
why you feel like you know it's a hash thing between y'all, but for her it's like this is my dad. But this is the man who raised me as my brother. But he's actually my dad.
But
so
I want
need
everybody
some
to be present. Yeah. And that's what, like, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's how I say.
Because
some people literally be lost. Like, I don't feel like they really be.
I do feel like that's something that you, like, if you didn't do it, you should reconsider.
Well,
but I feel like
when we had the
really
conversation.
understanding, like, we really understanding each other.
Mike.
Okay, we really understanding each other, like, with everything going on. Everybody can't understand this. Like, they just can't reach that level of, like, just, you know, like, yo, that makes sense. That equals to that. Like, that's my dad. But my brother literally raised me up. I call him in regards to every situation. Some people can't do that. Like, even parents be like, well, I'm your fucking dad. I'm your mom. It's just be like, but you wasn't there.
I am my siblings' mom point too. But I understand that because when my dad got locked up, it was literally at the ages of my siblings where they were growing into who they were.
Yeah.
So I literally, like, even when it came to me dropping out of college, when I did, it was literally for the benefit of my siblings and to help my mom, even though she never asked for it.
But you know
still
when
felt
somebody.
But I felt like as the
knowing.
oldest, but it's crazy because as the oldest, you always feel like you assume this responsibility that was never even given to you, but you feel like you have to do it. So even when it comes to like siblings,
it was given, but yeah.
But like my siblings, it's like even the other day, I talked to my brother and we was in the basement, and we literally had like my brothers. They don't do therapy. They don't do shit like that. They're not those type of dudes. I'm trying to get them there, but they're not.
Yeah, it hasn't reached that
But
level.
me and my brother,
It had to be
My
DJ.
younger brother.
Corey?
We were shut up.
Okay.
We were in the basement and we were talking, and I don't even know how the conversation got there. But he opened up to me in a way that I've never seen him open up to people because he doesn't talk. He's very much keep my business to my business.
Yeah.
So when we talked, and even after everything, he was like, and don't tell nobody, and I'm not doing this ever again.
And I really feel like that's beneficial though. Like if you feel like you able to tell your
a little bit,
darkest
just
secrets,
at least a little
like
bit.
it's just like yo,
You
you
taking out
looked at
the
me
steam.
as a. That's why I said you looked at me as a safe space, and I will always respect you. Like I'm always gonna hold it down type shit. Like it'd be crazy,
right? Because like even when I tell y'all, well, y'all know because y'all have seen it. Like my family dynamic, I'm braiding my hair, and I'm like, bro, I got so many gray hairs. And Marcus like, it's because you take on too much stress that you don't need to take on. But I'm like,
and that's true. I'm an advocate of that. I'm not taking on if it's not mine, I'm not doing it. Because when it comes to me, nobody gonna carry it like me. So now I literally learned to dish out what I carry now. Like literally, I learned to dish out what I carry.
That's why I feel like everybody needs a friend like me because I like.
No, she is my voice of reason.
I be like, listen, like when it came to him, I knew from the get. I was like, his friends probably going for like she that drawing ass baby mom. They be like, oh, he can't do this no more. He can't do that. It's not that. It's the simple fact that like I see him for exactly who he is, and he's such a gift. He would literally give you the shirt off his back if he needed it. But my thing is this: if my man cool, is you gonna cover him?
But
that's why I'm happy for him and Marcus'
That's the thing.
friendship.
I feel like they would literally abuse it. They would abuse it because they know that.
I see through
they
all
like,
of that
all I gotta
shit.
do is tell him a sob story.
I
Like,
see
you know
through
what? You
all
can
of
get
that
this. No.
And it's like, no,
Now it's
sorry.
like, no. I got my
You
pick.
do have a big heart.
Well, thank
I
you.
literally still have motherfuckers out here owing me.
I ain't gonna tell you who not to do that for, but I'm just because I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
but like as far as a friendship, like as far as I see, you are very involved and you are very. That's me.
But you don't have people out there that's literally.
But I've been wondering that because it's like I'll see you saying stuff and I'll see you extending yourself and I'll be like, dang, that's crazy. I wonder if these people would extend themselves the same way that you would. I know me as a friend, I would because I'm me, but y'all know me. But I just be like, even when I used to get mad at Marcus because when he wouldn't do that, and I'll be like, why not? And he'd be like, the fuck, he's her.
Yeah,
but I'm you.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I feel like I got my limits on it. Like how I
do now. Now I do.
I have my limits because if that's what you the fuck want to do, you can do it. Then you gonna learn in the long end.
And don't call me crying. She's the
no, but
she
it's more
is
so,
don't call me
no,
crying.
You can call
go there.
No, but saying it's more so you can call me crying because I already told you it's more so. Now take that lesson and apply it to the next one.
No, because
shit.
I feel like if you really sit in it and you really feel it, you gonna learn. Like you calling me crying is literally. Me like allowing you to do that is kind of like I'm still coddling you in a sense, and I can't do that because you really actually need to sit in it for you to learn that lesson.
But it's at that certain point though. At that certain point though.
Yeah, but like still.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you still need to learn.
I mean, for me and my friendships, it kind of goes to like when it comes to calling me crying, I don't have a limit on that. Because I've been able to be that person my entire life. It's a second nature. It's a different reflex. So that's not an issue. It just becomes to a point to when you're not listening anymore.
Yeah.
My thing be the actual situation where it's just like, don't call me crying. And it's not to, again, because I don't really like minimize people's situations, but don't call me crying about a bed that you actually made for yourself to lay in when I'm actually dealing with real life shit.
But
don't do
let's
that.
keep it a beat.
Don't do that.
People be like people pleasing though.
And that's cute. That's not me. So that's why people know what's up. Like, listen, we not doing that shit over here. We're not.
So, all right,
hold on. I ain't no people please. Like when you call me with that type of situation,
you, but people literally.
I'm not someone to clarify. I kind of fit the
Okay.
scenario in that situation. Podcasting wise, I know. Like, I gotta
Okay,
clear that
okay.
up real quick. For me and my friendships, when my friends call me in that sense, and I'm saying like taking the advice and growing from it, I just need to see a little part of it.
Yeah.
You don't got to be complete by ending this, but as long as we're grabbing little grams around the way, and I say for my friends, then it takes the work a little bit, like, and it's not like it doesn't take anything away from me.
Right.
Because most of the time,
that you can't get back, but it's still more so you still being a support because God forbid something.
Oh, that's great. You got bigger shit you can support, but move on.
But most of the time, your own like I lived the life, so like I can apply like some situations to where like I've made this mistake in a different way, but this is the same outcome. You're like, you're in a part of life where you gotta learn right now.
Yeah.
You gotta learn. This what you can take out. You gotta learn. can you be the person to break a cycle?
Yeah.
Yo, you've been in this cycle for a while. And
Right.
y'all, if it's a relationship, if it's your own career, if it's your relationship with your family, you're in this cycle and your situation, your life is telling you got to break it.
Yeah.
So for that, you might have to be different. You can't react how you was taught. You can't react how you would love to. You got to be the person to maybe go, yo, let me be level-headed because it's time for me to rise above this and you. I
That's
might,
true.
especially when you're with somebody, I might got to bring you up here because right now, and because I'm the one that pushed you down. So I have to be the one to bring you back to where I need you to be because I know the damage I've done by my actions. But it's a fight because sometimes the person that damaged you, once they look back, they want to get that, yo, you hurt the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So I need to hurt the shit out of you. And
But that's what I said.
the
I'm
cycle.
never. I feel like I'm that. Yeah, but I feel like I'm never like double backing on hurt though. I feel like it's corny. So I'm gonna move out of my wait, because I know you're a firecracker. But I feel like, but listen, I feel like I'm gonna move out of my body to violate because karma always gonna hit. Like I never met a
karma takes
motherfucker
too long, and I'm faster.
But I never met a motherfucker that violated me that didn't get their karma back. Like I'm being completely.
It just take a little bit longer.
It take a little bit longer, but it's like it's always gonna run its course.
Yeah, I like to think I'm patient when it comes to shit like that because I'm actually
very
watched people.
patient.
I don't. Me personally, it's like you have to really cross me so bad for me to actually verbally say something.
Literally.
But when I watch you do something to me
Literally.
nasty, I'll really sit back and for years, and then it's like that 4th or 5th year that I see something, I'm like,
yeah. I'm
But
like that
I'm
now,
not-
but
yeah,
like before, I'm getting my lick back. Fuck you talking
I
about.
am
You
super
tripping.
gonna
Like,
wait.
And that shit gonna
But
hurt.
that's how I said.
That
I
shit
never
gonna
been a
hurt.
I'm not gonna pray on it though.
But more so,
but I'm
I
gonna
be
watch.
like, I don't want like karma coming back to me. So like I always want to be in a clean slate with the higher up.
But also,
Like-
speaking on that, you gotta, and going back to what he's saying, sometimes you actually gotta get out of the way of other people's karma too. That's
Yeah.
why I don't
No,
like
you know
inserting
when people
yourself too
karma, I'm
deep.
like, that's their karma.
No, but that's another reason why I don't really care for going the extra mile for people when they put themselves in their own positions. If you insert yourself into their karma, you by default become a part of
you
it.
part of that bullshit.
So like,
but see, let's
you
keep
know-
it being. You literally know when you in a way of somebody karma, cause you be around them, you listening like, yo, you.
That's
a
only if
fucking
you're observant.
weirdo.
Everybody is not observant
But
for
we
shit.
are. I'm talking about the podcast. We know what the fuck
yeah,
going
but no,
on.
sometimes it depends on who the person is to you, because sometimes you got your blinders on because you care so much about,
So
that,
much about the
person,
person.
and you be like, oh, but like I want so much better for you. I see this so much better for you,
don't it
and
be
like
your
I want you to do
intuition,
this.
like you be
It's
feeling
super
it.
big.
Sometimes, but
Intuition.
sometimes people really not even that tapped in with themselves. Yeah, I mean that's a
how I
whole
said-
nother.
That's how I
a whole
said.
nother
Once you
joint,
tap in
like-
with the
Being
third eye,
spiritually
it's
grounded,
no coming back.
like-
That's how I said. Once you
Yeah.
tap into the third eye, it's just like it's
Being
no
spiritually
coming back.
grounded
You
is such a
seeing
big thing.
shit, yes.
Everybody
It's a
wants
great
to
thing.
be.
People never
Yeah,
reach
everybody
that lane, so it's just like, what the fuck?
Everybody wants to just be a
Like,
person.
it's just like, yeah, no.
You want to be this outgrown person. You want to do all this shit. But when it comes to actually being spiritually grounded, you are fucking suck. You are
Yes.
so infamous.
Insane.
It's so insane.
But they don't even understand like how when they come outside, like how much projection they put on the others. Like they
It's
don't understand
crazy.
that.
They were.
They be living their fucking life. Meanwhile, everybody on the
Yeah.
background looking at them like,
Like, yo, you really a nut ass nigga. Like,
That-
you really
yo,
fun out.
that's-
I be
serious.
wondering if my
Facts,
secondhand
like-
embarrassment be rubbing off on people sometimes.
Child.
Like, do you not read the room?
Like, do you don't feel it?
not
You don't
see?
feel what I feel? You don't
actually
see what
had
I
a
see?
friend- No, yo, I really had a friend. Like, she'd be like, I just don't know how to read a room. Like,
That's insane.
And that's
yeah.
crazy.
And
to
for me, it's
I
like
mean,
the exact opposite. I feel like for me, it's just like, my thing is, when it comes down to certain things, I've always like, and I tell him that all the time, I have this thing where it's like, I have to listen to myself, because literally every single time I go against what I think, shit happens. Or even if it's
Every
not
time.
me, like if I say
so give
something
me
to
your
somebody
number.
else.
Give me your number. Give me your number, bitch. I'm calling Sam. I'm like, send him. I tripping. This
No,
bitch bugged
no,
out.
No,
Call
for
her.
real
Yo.
though, for real.
She my voice
literally-
of reason. I swear to goodness.
Yo,
when I
see,
tell
me
you,
and you would have been
time.
on fire.
But that's what I'm saying.
but guess
though.
what?
That's what
I'm
saying.
always right.
Every
Yeah.
time, like if I think something, and I be like, all right, let me just try this, or let me just try this other person's way, whatever. It never fails. Every single time, it's like, you know, you should have listened to your intuition because
Yeah,
you knew.
because it always
You know.
tell you though.
I
But
take from all aspects.
it's
My
like,
intuition never been wrong.
no,
though.
my
Not one
intuition
time.
has never been wrong.
Not
like,
one time.
It be like,
Amazing.
it warn you, but it be like, I'm still gonna do it
Yeah.
type shit. Cause I fuck with this person, but it literally tells you like, yeah,
Yeah.
you
Every
shouldn't do
time.
that.
I won't say my intuition's been wrong, but I've grown from other people. Like I've grown from her ideas in some situations, and I just apply it in my own way. it's a learning experience. Like sometimes for me in those situations where your friend might be going through something karmic and you believe that you are the reason holding them back. For me, I kind of hold a mirror to you. Like I'm heavy in friend. Like some of my conversation is just me repeating back to you what you said. Like we all have a mutual friend where our last conversation was me like, dog, why you lying to me?
Yeah.
Dog, I have nothing but yo.
Because you know him. Like,
you
don't
told
lie
me
to
this
me.
is true right now.
But see,
I said
the
I just
craziest part
repeated what you
about
gave me
that is
context.
I
even
always
in
catch my
that
friends in
scenario,
lies if
it's
they
just
lie.
like I don't have like we could be and we are all collectively talking about the same group of people. For me, it's like we don't even have that because you know not to even come to me with the bullshit.
Exactly.
And that's the energy I put out.
I feel like that's respect though.
That's what I'm
Now,
saying. That's the
like,
energy I put
before,
out.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
why this
that mean they
person
don't got
didn't?
no
I'd
respect
be
for
like,
me?
I'm
Green.
crying.
It'd be
I
more
don't
so.
think
It'd be
that's
like,
the
I'm
case.
like, I wonder
I
why
don't.
this person didn't tell me stuff because you know you can't bring that dumbass shit to my door.
Exactly.
I'd be like, more so it's a respect
Yeah.
thing because
Yeah.
you can't play with me like
Exactly.
that. Like, bitch, you know you was wrong, nigga. You know you was wrong. You need to stop doing this bit. But like,
I do like that
no.
because collectively, because we actually have we can say we have a group of friends.
Yeah.
And
But there be certain
even-
conversations we'll have
yeah,
independently.
Yeah,
And
versus-
yeah.
when we have certain conversations like that, I do like the fact that, well, me and her specifically, we're not enablers. So, well, I'm gonna say what I need to say regardless.
That's how
But
I'ma
I do
get it
always
off.
give a disclaimer. I'm not judging you, or I don't want you to feel no type of way. But I
But-
do give my opinion every single time
You
because
have
it's
to.
asked for. Because I don't want you to think I'm condoning or that I'm
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
anything. But I feel like I speak that way throughout the entire magnitude of whatever's going
And it's
on.
also a
never
reciprocated thing. It's not
one-sided.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
I
not
feel like,
one-sided.
like last time she was on some bullshit.
I can't remember what they did.
Oh yeah, I bet you can't remember. You know exactly what they were talking about. When it was just like, listen, sis, you doing a lot. What's up?
I want you to describe it, but in like the least terms
Hey, yo.
possible.
The last
thing, the
time
place.
we got shrooms and you was acting crazy.
That wasn't my fault.
Oh,
I
was
gotta
it based
apologize
off a
to.
mood?
Girl.
It was based off of irritation. Cause what the fuck?
No, you know you
Yeah.
started that shit and you know you was
No,
wrong.
I didn't start it, but I didn't
Exactly.
He started it. He asked the fucking question.
No, you started it.
Well, that concludes our regular segment. We're
All
about to
right,
get in some
y'all.
straight shot, no chaser.
Where's the
Listen.
fucking the
Hold on.
questions?
Hold on.
All right,
Yeah.
listen, y'all already know the vibes. If y'all want
There
to
we
see
go.
some
Thank
more
you.
shit,
Listen,
David,